bullshit.
Wave that one west, cover out that window. Let them know I'm coming with my kinfolk. Red letter, ski mask on, but I don't really ski though. Bullets ball head like they going through chemo. I slide on them Tony Hawk type. Better get your thoughts right. Jumping high on walls, this ain't Fortnite. Red dot, it kinda make it way too easy for a headshot. I put you under wing, it turned into a headlock. I told my niggas think it's time to put the pressure on. You bring that paper, told her throw a little extra on. We go to war and see, I murder one, you murder two, it ain't the same degree. Better up into a capital offense for them dollars, but it really don't make sense. Guns behind tents with some liquor and we riding down the freeway. Slide on them, spin the block and replay, so we slide again.
You know my position, I'm on standby. Ain't no competition, it's a landslide. Or you a rider, motherfucker, ride again. You said you slide on them, nigga, slide again. Niggas claim they hot, but we been fine. If they ain't one of mine, so they ain't tied. Or you a rider, motherfucker, ride again. You said you slide on them, nigga, slide
We got this mapped out. Niggas selling wolf tickets, not living what they rap out. Said he gon' ride, too emotional, he'll crash out. And I ain't boxing, wrestle with this cannon, you gon' tap out. 100 troopers in the building, turn this shit into a blackout. We both come from the mother, why you tryin' to do me dirty? He cut himself off, we let him rock, he ain't worthy. You playing ball courts, throwing number like a jersey. While niggas folded like origami, I kept it sturdy. Told my son he got the blood of a king, he ain't got a word. They gon' cross you like a Christian, it's better to learn this early. They be watching, trying to copy, asking questions, trying to learn me. I ain't in the back and forth if the business don't concern me. Catch the wrath from my anger, I be trying to give a mercy. Ask the angels keep me covered, I'ma slide, they might have heard me. They playing with that fire, get too close, it's gonna burn me. We ain't never looking back, moving forward, it's the journey.
You know my position, I'm on standby. Ain't no competition, it's a landslide. Or you a rider, motherfucker, ride again. You said you slide on them, nigga, slide again. Niggas claim they hot, but we been fine. If they ain't one of mine, so they ain't tied. Or you a rider, motherfucker, ride again. You said you slide. Look, little nigga, I'm made. All these rappers soft, claim they all cut from a hold of a clove. I'm the one with the blade. Untamed gorilla, keep your hands out the cage. I be standing on they neck, one west to the grave. You can keep your mercy, nigga, I ain't worried. Revenge call me buddy love, I call her Miss Purdy. Nigga try to blitz, I'm going 730. I'ma shake the whole room like Big Shirty. Nigga say one war, it's whatever, buddy. Glock fully loaded, you know these letters bloody. Come for me, you a bitch, homie. Boy, I'm realer than your big homie. 144, yeah, the one and only. And you know I keep this blick on me. Bout to slam you like Mick Foley. I got that black out on my arm, play that bitch like a violin. Said me try me once, nigga, try again. You know my position, I'm on standby. Ain't no competition, it's a landslide. Or you a rider, motherfucker, ride again. You said you slide on them, nigga, slide again. Niggas claim they hot, but we been fine. If they ain't one of mine, so they ain't tied. Or you a rider, motherfucker, ride again. You said you slide on them, nigga, slide again.
Serious and you're looking for a Christ man, the one who anointed with the Lord, with the Spirit of the Lord to do his will, I'm that nigga.
One West, 125th Street. Look, y'all put your faith in presidents like they gon' change this country. Run the league and let y'all play cause y'all gon' make a money. Fuck Obama, he ain't come here on cargo slave ship. What the fuck he do for blacks in his administration? I'm waiting, patient like a saint. Black, Hispanic, Native, they hate your ass the same. Paint Christ in they image, paint you as a slave. God ain't all love, scriptures say he hate. African soul niggas, they know we not the same. School to prison pipeline to get you off the streets. Put you in the cell toilet connected to the sink. Molested as a kid, she prostituted as a teen. The byproduct of Martin Luther King dream. They just took the yoke off, my nigga, we ain't free. We living bleak in these wastelands of poverty. If you don't a lie, sound promising. Prophecy, gift and a curse. Dylan started killing, they was sitting in church. Black folk forgave him, man, this shit is absurd. You should never love your enemy, that shit ain't gon' work. Yeah, fuck dying on your knees, you better die in glory. Man, I joined the UPK, taught me the art of warring. I took a nigga life like mine to be recognized. I feel that pain every day, it can't be reconciled. Pops banging, my sister a prostitute. My brother got life, and somehow I still found the truth. War ready, no cowards, no excuse. Fuck reparations, you can't bandage no open wounds. Blood on the leaves, body swing hung from a noose. I was on a run in Nashville and I found the truth. I called the school, class was being held by the shock on my life. I want to be a gangster like a cop. Do this for my brothers, real brotherhood. Everything we do, we got it out this book. My nigga, I can never be no African. UPK the only authorized acronym. I'm passionate about my brothers and sisters. We in hell, I ain't got nothing against them. That's another religion. If it ain't under your honor, ain't he murdered by them and got a hug from your honor. That's the way out for a coward in my observation. They don't fear the Lord, they indoctrinated. Wolves in sheep clothing, Joe Osteen. Real priests bringing back black royalty. One West on my headpiece, ranking order. Can't let them trick me off the streets, I gotta raise my daughter. I got brothers at the border ducking ICE agents. I got the name change, it was life changing. My family thought it was a game, put on all black, they said I was going through a phase. It's more of us in jail than it was slaves. Chose by the Lord, we could never be the same. Soon as they born, the wicked go astray. They left the truth, they wasn't with us anyway. Niggas weak, they just saying anything to be truthful. We don't want no cowards anyway. Look, coronavirus, that's a plague. You don't get too much sleep when you waking up the dead. First camp, I cut off all my dreads. I took an oath when that oil hit my head. Niggas capping like they lids. I'm a priest, I never stick no fork in no pig. I was dead till I found out how to live. This brotherhood taught me how to be a man. I came back to my roots, I had to dig. A couple gaps I had to bridge. I got a rib, I'm married to this work. You wanna serve the Lord, he ain't in the Christian church. Came back to my roots, I had to dig. A couple gaps I had to bridge. I got a rib, I'm married to this work. You wanna serve the Lord, he ain't in the Christian church.
Seen heaven turn to hell, I gotta stay alive. Lord mercy on my soul, stand by my side. I killed the old man and I watched him die. Lost a couple niggas, guess he wasn't my round. They play my niggas, lay you down, they all down the ride. Keep my gun in my arm, I gotta stay alive. I gotta stay alive. Keep my gun in my arm, I gotta stay alive. Tell me we don't live in hell. My brother doing 55 in that cell. Nigga claiming he your round here spin shell. Same nigga you put on to hit the fan and tell. How the fuck you turn your back on a nigga that love you? Treat your kids like my kids, treat you like a brother. I told my dog, let's leave the streets to serve the most high. He said, fuck that shit, he trying to sell another pot. His daddy killed him, put him in the trunk, set him on fire. His wife was pregnant, he ain't never get to see his child. Had me thinking to myself, what happened if I die? Look my babies in the eyes, I gotta stay alive. I put my ego on the shelf and my pride to the side. I'm with some niggas who gon' step and got God on their side. Out in the ISUPK, they keep asking me why. As I do the work of the Lord, I gotta stay alive. Face the east, pray alive. I seen heaven turn to hell, I gotta stay alive. Lord have mercy on my soul, stand by my side. I killed the old man and I watched him die. Lost a couple niggas, guess he wasn't my round. They play my niggas, lay you down, they all down the ride. Keep my gun in my arm, I gotta stay alive. I gotta stay alive. Keep my gun in my arm, I gotta stay alive.
You ever pull back with a snake by your side? Yes, I did. The man reach out to God before he died. Yes, I did. I know the Lord forgive us for these sins, but I'm starting to think the kingdom of heaven is for these kids. I told my daughter, there's one man in your bed, I won't stand for less. Put my son, I hit your head on that fragile legs. I lost some niggas to that dope, I lost niggas to the feds. Remember Jono tried to stick me for that cheese on that bread, yeah. I was thugging with Lucky and that nigga left me for dead. I do it to the end cause I listened to what was said. Mother told me she loved me when she was sick up in the bed. I was running them streets but the truth made me a man. Shit don't really speak cause she'll never understand. That's why I ain't even tell her about these voices in my head. I'm still trying to manage my anger like Uncle Craig. I
seen heaven turn to hell, I gotta stay alive. Lord have mercy on my soul, stand by my side. I killed the old man and I watched him die. Lost a couple niggas, guess he wasn't my round. They play my niggas, lay you down, they all down the ride. Keep my gun in my arm, I gotta stay alive. I gotta stay alive. Keep my gun in my arm, I gotta stay alive.
Yeah. Cold shit.
I ain't come with goons, but I'm well connected. Walk in the room, it's pop, 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 like you got rejected. Let me see if you qualify or not. Spinning up in a tinted truck, riding around your block. Busy man. I get a weird this shit from top to bottom like a motherfucking ceiling fan. Hopping out the rental van, on my way to LAX. Brothers out in Cali and they killers out of every set. But I ain't crippin' on no blood. One West, all my niggas got it out the mud. Put your face on a t-shirt, memory of niggas acting tough in them songs, that's the drugs. I don't need no cases, all my pistols clean. So now I weigh my options. Used to use the triple beam. Used to get the wop, mix it with the nicotine. Now I travel state to state and put on for my team.
The fuck wrong with them? Ain't on my level, I should let my dog get them. I see niggas and they feelings, I don't feel them. Keep the Glocky with me, it was like a ball with it. At the end, I gotta stay patient. They hate me, Lord, I gotta stay dangerous. You one of them? Yeah. What's the problem? I'm one West, go to war with everybody. Cut the grass for the snake, fuck the gossip. Front line with them soldiers, that's my posture. Gun drawn, trying to curse the imposter. Shit get out the pocket, go to war with everybody, yeah. Shit that hate, make it to the featherweights. Niggas claim they hard, but they sweeter than a dedication. Hold on, think it's time to introduce. I'm a man and a beast and a step and a ruler. Hold on, and a G and a soldier and a mover. Hold on, and a killer and a prophet and a shooter, nigga. Trying to stay humble, my shit crazy. Cold leader, need the blue stripe, no brick, baby. Can't be serious, you a funny boy, young fly. Look wrong, must be a dummy, I ain't gunshot. Fuck that little bitch, she a hook. Nigga swear he the go, bring him to the bush. To the bush. The fuck wrong with him? Ain't on my level, I should let my dog get him. Niggas in their feelings, I don't feel them. Keep the Glocky with me, it was like a ball. Be at the end, gotta stay patient. They hate me, Lord, I gotta stay patient. You one of them? What's the problem? One West, go to war with everybody.
I'm from Philly, you get hot, you catch a cold case. I'm one West, these brothers trying to set my soul straight. They done turned me to a prophet from a demon, and I'm locked in this shit and I ain't leaving. Never. Ski mask transform to war mode like I'm Voltron. Stamp on my head and my chest from the most high. Put something around your neck. A bow tie. Got my niggas waiting charged up like they phone died.
Red letter, drip clean, it looks so fly. Claim he riding, that's why I left his ass roadside. He gon' die. Skyscraper to a nosedive. 9mm plus P, fuck a 4-5. The fuck wrong with him? Ain't on my level, I should let my dog get him. I see niggas and they feelings, I don't feel them. Keep the Glocky with me, it was like a ball with it.
Why is nobody talking about what this woman just said?
Culture.
Let me get this on. Let me get this on. Right. First star, I'm really that nigga. Truth be told, I'm a noble figure. Local niggas, they be so offended. One West world, this global business.
Hold on, let me ask y'all a question. All y'all niggas in the same school and all that?
Hell, fuck yeah.
So none of y'all niggas smoke weed?
Fuck no.
Don't fold if you say you win it. I was molded to it, now fit it. Can't control, this the highest limit. Killer shit, but this an honest living. Gotta get it, ain't no time for wishing. The time is now, better pay attention. In my city, you can feel the tension. A terror squad, no pun intended. This ain't for you, but I recommend it. They know we coming, better clear the entrance. Shit get deep, but I keep digging. This how I look when you keep winning. Overtime, I had to take the hint. Shine bright, sit behind the tents. 1-on-1, I ain't in the mix. Ain't what you thought, better get a glimpse. Came up from a pedal bike. Pressing brakes, I ain't never liked. Whole time I was taking risks. They don't play with me cause they know I'm nice. Round form, I ain't even started. Transform, I ain't here to bargain. You on watch, better move with caution. Chains on me, I don't do this often. No error, this shit flawless. Reach for it, you become a target. It ain't worth it, better keep walking. All I know is survival. All this fashion is tribal. Want the head of my rival. This about to go viral. I say the word, then it's final. To get the moving like pronto. I'm just living my title. Do this shit with my eyes closed. All I know is survival. All this fashion is tribal. Want the head of my rival. It's about to go viral. Say the word, then it's final. Get the moving like pronto. I'm just living my title. Do this shit with my eyes closed. Don't wanna hear all that street shit. Me and my niggas on defense. Wonder who I was in my past life. Don't even matter, that peep this. Remember the days when I was a trooper. Stay on the path and it won't confuse you. Bars all, I'm the one to do it. I roll on eights like a flight maneuver. Try to trick me, I ain't never moving. Camouflage, I can blend into it. They better ride, I don't do the Ubers. Let them talk, I don't hear the rumors. A little suffer ain't really nothing. The way I'm stomping, better play the trumpet. You see me coming, better get the running. If they see me coming, better get the running. You ain't never seen it, you ain't never witnessed, you ain't never noticed, you ain't never focused. I was really waiting, I was really training. Sick and tired of being patient. I ain't never doubted, this was in the making. Use what I got, not in the wasting. For rapping and singing, could never drink it. But I'm from the bottom, so I gotta make it. This ain't rapping, it's a damn warning. Late night to the early morning. Got a vision, I planned it out. They tried to stop me, but I kept going. I study plays, now I'm in the game, and it's all the same, but I had to change. You'll never crash if you in your lane. I can take the loss, cause it's all a game.
Yo, what Casamigos mean in English? Drunk.
All I know is survival. All this fashion is tribal. Want the head of my rival. This about to go viral. I say the word, then it's final. To get the moving like pronto. I'm just living my title. Do this shit with my eyes closed. All I know is survival. All this fashion is tribal. Want the head of my rival. This about to go viral. Say the word, then it's final. Get the moving like pronto. I'm just living my title. Do this shit with my eyes closed.
One West World.
Camp van. I got the camera bag, I'm the cameraman. If shit getting active, I'ma stand it down. We taking ground, call the ambulance. That shit go right, left, right, left, right. If shit go left, you best get right, or you'll get left. You got that. Shit go. Got a problem, we'll handle it.
Niggas acting hard, you better stand on it. We on every corner, we stamping it. You better get your life for this camp shit. We ain't playing around, there's no cowards, dog. If niggas charged up, you get powered off. Rude of speech, keep it raw. It ain't my fault that you niggas soft. It ain't my fault that these niggas frauds. Ain't my fault that them niggas rats. If your colors fly, you don't get that shit go. Left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. If shit go left, you best get right, or you'll get left. You got that. That shit go left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. If shit go left, you best get right, or you'll get left. You got that right. That shit go.
B-Raw, wanna go to war, gotta hop into the van. Tryna cut the semen, something you don't understand. Getting checked from my betterment, better take it like a man. Nigga, how you walk away for camp? If you willing to die, you better be willing to stand. Take a trip around the world, see a bunch of corners held by them UPK niggas. All them UPK niggas go to camp. And I'm on Shamar head hanging out the car. Wonder when I pull up straight to the battlefield. And I'ma make sure niggas make it back home. Say, nigga, what you thought? Whether anything moving, I be on. Gotta remind them, we nothing like them niggas that you saw. If you hear back up, that'll be your last time to get out the way. The price to pay before.
That shit go left.
Nah, for real though.
Right.
B-Raw.
Left, right, left, right, left, right. If shit go left, you best get right, or you'll get left. You got that right.
Culture. Wave that one west, cover out that window. Let them know I'm coming with my kinfolk. Red letter, ski mask on, but I don't really ski though. Bullets ball head like they going through chemo. I slide on them Tony Hawk type. Better get your thoughts right. Jumping high on walls, this ain't Fortnite. Red dot, it kinda make it way too easy for a headshot. I put you under wing, it turned into a headlock. I told my niggas think it's time to put the pressure on. You bring that paper, told her throw a little extra on. We go to war and see, I murder one, you murder two, it ain't the same degree. Better up into a capital offense for them dollars, but it really don't make sense. Guns behind tents with some liquor and we riding down the freeway. Slide on them, spin the block and replay, so we slide again.
You know my position, I'm on standby. Ain't no competition, it's a landslide. Or you a rider, motherfucker.
Oh, we. I can be ready to rock.
Rock.
I'm sorry, Akim. I can't hear you. Can you hear me? Salaki, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai Bragatham, Yahweh Nel Numbre de Yahushai Te Bendiga. Clap it up, Akim, please. The water, warriors. Please, siete. Please be seated, Akim. The water for getting it on in here tonight. Ooh, we're going to get it on. Please have a seat, Akim. We're going to get it on in here tonight. I'm going to answer all of your questions. Bienvenido. Mi nombre es General Mahayaman. Estoy al servicio de El General Yohana. Mi gente, nosotros somos la Escuela Israelita de Conocimiento Práctico Universal. Comenzamos en 1 Oeste Calle 125, Harlem, Nueva York. Desde 1969, debajo del mando de El General Yohana. Carnales, esta es la verdad. Si tú eres hombres hispanos, negros o indios nativos, tú eres Israel, el pueblo elegido de Dios. Tu madre y tu padre dicen que somos un culto y mantienen su iglesia sin culpa. Pero su iglesia es culpable de todo lo que nos están pensando. Órale, Akim. Canales y canalas, sacerdotes y oficiales. Let's get it on, Akim. I'll answer all of your questions, solve all of your problems. Officer Ashar will tell me about Megan Thee Stallion. I found out 10 minutes ago that this Megan Thee Stallion thing was great controversy, which I do not understand. It is not coming up on my phone at all. I don't understand it at all, but of course I never have. I'm going to try one more time to understand it and why it's so controversial. That's what I don't get. Ephraim will explain it to me tonight in class, Lord allow. And of course, besides that, we'll go into Donald Trump. A few weeks ago, I was telling you that Donald Trump made that picture of him as Jesus because it was Easter, and he was jealous of Jesus on Easter. He was jealous of that white Jesus on Easter. I told you about that last week. Well, I'm going to show you also that Donald Trump was jealous of the astronauts that went into outer space. He was jealous of them, and he had to bring it up this week at a press conference. You white mothers better do a better job at nurturing these white men when they're children, because these white men are absolutely growing up to be neglected babies, walking around with suits and ties and access to nuclear weapons. We're going to get into that today. What else, Ephraim? Is there something else?
Sir, just a quick shout out to the zones we got joining us.
Come on, Warrior.
Got Colleen with us.
Give Big Texas a hand in Colleen. Good to see you, Warriors.
Florida,
Gator Bait, give him a hand. I see you, Florida.
South Carolina.
Come on, South Carolina. Always looking good, Warriors.
Milwaukee, who's in the spotlight this past weekend.
Oh, Milwaukee. That's the zip 'em up camp down there, right?
Yes, sir.
Outstanding, Milwaukee. Well done, Milwaukee. You can tell everyone about at your firsthand experience, man, of a devil trying to infringe upon your rights as an American citizen to exercise freedom of speech out there in Milwaukee, brother, and committing an act of violence against the Israelite school of UPK. You can give your firsthand account of that if you would like to. All right. How can I get that? Am I right on the side? Oh, shit. Here we go. Shout out to Sister Tazalai and Salah in the room helping me out tonight. Making sure all things are done properly and God forbid a mistake should be made. All right. Are we good to go here? Is that all right?
Yes, sir.
I'm not allowed to see Ephraim. My glasses are off, so I can't see anything. But it's all right. But it's fine. Okay, go ahead. Who else is in the room?
We got Virginia with us, sir.
VA, Virginia. I see you, Warrior. Good to see you, Virginia.
We got Chicago.
Chi-Town, come on in. Good to see you, Chicago. He might be frozen.
Sir, and Florida has a question.
Please, Florida.
Hey, Shalom. Yahabashim Yashabrakatah, General. What's going on? Shalom. Salakia, General. If I could, sir, with your grace, I got a question on Luke chapter 1.
Please.
And verses, where is it? Okay, Luke chapter 1 and verses 34. And when Mary said, I know not a man, is she referring to sex, or is she referring to like?
I'm sorry, I can't hear you. I didn't. You might have paused or something. I didn't hear you well. Go ahead.
Salakia, can you hear me now?
Ephraim, is that me? Can you hear him?
I can hear him, sir.
Try again.
Hey, Shalom. Can you hear me, General?
Ephraim, how are we looking?
I can hear him, sir. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I think it's
hear
frozen.
You perfectly.
You can hear me perfectly.
I think it's Florida. Yeah, I think it's Florida. Right. What's your question to Florida? Just ask it. Go ahead. Let me hear it.
All right. I got a question on Luke 1 and 34.
We might need to.
Go. If you couldn't hear him, he said Luke 1 and 34.
Gone. Luke 1 and 34. When
I heard that time me from the water.
When Mary said, "I know not a man," is she just referring to sex, or was she what is she engaged to Joseph at the time, or is she just referring to like she just know not a man, like she don't have she's not engaged to Joseph?
Were you able to hear that, sir?
Well, knowing someone in the biblical terms means sex. So what she's saying is, how will I get pregnant when I have not had sex? That's what she's saying. Right. Because when the angel came to her, she had not had sex with Joseph yet. That was the whole point. And she was not going to have sex with Joseph at all until they were married. Many people, this might make it easier for you to understand. There was a long time ago, brother. There are kings of France and kings of Spain and Great Britain that were betrothed when they were children. They were betrothed to be married. King Henry VIII betrothed his daughter Catherine, to Philip of France's son when they were 5 and 7 years old. They were betrothed. You understand? He betrothed his daughters to the King of France. The King of France was 18. The daughter was 5. And they waited for years to marry. Like that was commonly done. You might be betrothed before you were ever born because your parents knew that one day we're going to give our child away to the child of this family. Because by law, this child had the right to marry my daughter, or by law, my child had the right to marry his daughter. The betrothal, brother, could start before you were born in families, where you already know that you're going to marry the child of this family. So imagine a long courtship where everyone already knows. Mary knows that she's going to marry this man, but she's not married now. How in the hell is she going to have a child? I haven't had sex. But then something changed Mary's mind about having sex. Something made her say, I'm going to run out and have sex immediately. What changed her mind, Florida?
Was it the Holy Spirit?
What changed her mind? I can only be asking if it's for one reason, because we just read it, which is the only reason I ever ask a question, because we just read it just now. What changed her mind about running out and having sex with this man who she's betrothed to, but she has not had sex with, and who knows when they will have sex? Years from now. Who knows when the marriage date is? What changed her mind, Florida?
The angel.
The angel changed her mind. The angel made her go, what? Are you telling me I'm about to have a baby that is going to change the world? I'm about to have a baby that God wants me to have? Mary ran out of that door and jumped on his lap. Do you understand? She ran straight from that angel and jumped right on his lap and did God's will. And the angel told her, she said to him, well, how will this be, seeing I haven't known a man? The Holy Spirit will come upon you, meaning you are going to be moved by God to get pregnant. God is going to compel you to get pregnant. When you go out in the street and you speak and you think you don't know what to say, you think you're too afraid to speak because you're going to be hated, because you might lose your family, because you might lose your job, because some devil might come and try to assault you and want to take your life because you're speaking the word of God. Why do you go anyway? Why do you still get up and go out there in Florida and speak? Why, Florida?
The Lord.
Use the right phrase. You're right. Use the only phrase that is acceptable at this moment in time.
The angel.
Do you know? The Holy Spirit, comes upon you, and the Holy Spirit compels you to do what?
Go to camp and speak.
The Holy Spirit is compelling you to do it.
Right.
Right? You have to. You know what could happen, don't you? You know you could die at camp, correct? You know it, right? Is this something I'm telling you for the first time? No, you know it. You're one West. So I know you know that you could die. It's possible. It's not an impossibility. You could go out and die. We follow Jesus Christ and he died. So we're fully aware that we could go to camp this week and be killed. We're fully aware that leaving the school, we could be killed. We know it already, but the Holy Spirit moves us to do it anyway. Well, if you can understand that concept, then understand the concept of a young girl who was going to just wait until her parents gave her permission. Might have been in 10 years.
Okay.
Might have been 5 years from now. Might have been in 1 year. Might have been in 6 months. But she said, nah, I'm doing it now. Why? Because an angel appeared unto me and told me that I was going to give birth to the greatest man in history. God moved me to go find Joseph, the son of David, and jump in his bed to do God's will. Now, if you could understand the concept of going to camp and God compelling you to do something that could be dangerous, could cost you, could be something that ruins your reputation, well, understand that a little girl had that much courage. Of course, when I say a little girl, I mean a young girl. Historians say she was around 18 or something like that, 17 years old. It was before the marriage ceremony, which meant it was improper and undignified, and her father was not going to like it. Her mother was not going to like it at all. She would be vilified and could be labeled a whore in her town, which is why her husband thought about putting her away privately so that no one would know that she had sex before they got married, before they had the ceremony. But then what happened to him? What happened to him, Florida?
The angel spoke to him as well.
Here we go, Florida. You see a theme developing. He got scared, just like you could get scared when you go to camp. But then courage comes upon you. The Lord comes into your mind and says, do it anyway. Go to camp anyway. Do it for me. This brother was going to put her away and hide her because he was a good man, a decent and honorable man. And he didn't want some girl that he knocked up to get all of the blame while he gets none of it. Well, no one was going to say anything bad about him. His friends might have high-fived him. He might have been looked at like he was the man because he went and had sex with this girl without having to give her father a dowry. His friends might have clapped and thought he was a big bag, big daddy, because he could have sex with women without paying their father. But he was a righteous man. He knew she would be the one that would be called all the names. She would be the one people would laugh at and snicker at and point at. So he was going to put her away privately so that she did not have to go through that. But then the angel of God came to him and said, fear not to take unto Mary thy wife. For that which is conceived in her is of the Holy Spirit. This is courage, brother. That's all. This is not some magic sex that a girl had with God. This is the courage it takes to have a baby in Florida. Do you understand? Did you grow up poor, or were your parents, secure financially?
Oh, my parents came from Haiti, sir. So I grew up poor.
Levi, can you imagine the courage it takes to have a baby in Haiti? Why would two people who know they're living in Haiti, where they're eating dirt cookies, where they're suffering and starving and begging America for rice, why would anyone have a baby in Haiti? Why would they do that, Florida?
The Holy Spirit, sir.
Well said. Well said. Give him a hand. Bien dicho. Bien dicho. Well said, Haiti. Good job. Was there anything else?
One last question, sir, if I could.
Mm-hmm.
In the book of Genesis, chapter 2 and 13, where it says, and the name of the second river is Gihon. The same is it that compasseth the whole land of Ethiopia. Now, Hamites always use this scripture to have some type of solidarity with the Most High.
Because of this river?
Yeah, because it says Ethiopia.
Yeah, they're gonna have to learn about rivers, because simply because the river goes there, it doesn't mean the border is within Ethiopia. It just means the river extends to Ethiopia. That's it. Rivers, like oceans, can extend any goddamn where, but the countries decide the borders of the land. This river extends and compasses Ethiopia. Then it goes down and it leaves Ethiopia into another people's land, because the river doesn't decide who owns the particular land next to the river. It's like you have a beach line. You might have a beach line in America that goes up to Maine, goes down to Florida. It doesn't mean that's all the same, state. There are many different states from Maine to Florida and Pennsylvania and to New York. They're different jurisdictions, right? That's how maps are drawn up. That has nothing to do with it. When you read about those 4 rivers that compass the land of Israel, it's describing those rivers so you could know what is the extent of the land of Israel. That's one river. This particular river goes all the way up to Ethiopia, and then the land of Israel is compassed with that river and 3 others. That one river that goes Ethiopia and 3 other rivers, which is how we know until this day that the entire so-called Middle East is the land of Israel. The entire Middle East was given to the Israelites by God as an inheritance. That's our land. Those rivers and where those rivers are how we know the extent of our land. I don't know what Ethiopian. I don't know what they're doing or what they're talking about in Ethiopia. I don't know many Ethiopians. I know that what makes them rich is their association with America, because they're allies to America and allies to the Israeli government. And I know that that's how they receive blessings. The Ethiopians don't receive blessings from God. They receive blessings from the Israeli government and from the American government. And because of that, they're able to come into America and buy every store that you will not be able to buy apartment buildings that you will not be able to buy neighborhoods that you will be denied. That the Haitians are denied. The Haitians are hated by America, hated by Donald Trump. And the Ethiopians are beloved. They should just depend on the love and kindness of Trump, not the love and kindness of God. That's reserved for the Haitians. You understand?
Kind of a concert, the water.
No problem. Whenever you're ready.
Sir Colleen has a question.
Shalom, Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shah Brakatah.
Good to see you, Colleen.
Sir, Slagi, my Lord, if I could get a general breakdown of Hebrews chapter 13, verses 10 through 13.
Please.
It's the book of Hebrews chapter 13, verse 10. We have an altar whereof they have no right to eat, which serve the tabernacle. Verse 11. For the bodies of those beasts whose blood is brought into the sanctuary by the high priest for sin are burned without the camp.
You just want a general breakdown, you said, or something more?
General, Baba Kashad, sir.
Okay, this is about sacrifice, and this is about the sacrifice that Israel has come accustomed to with animals. And this is the disciples of Christ trying to describe and explain how a better sacrifice is made with Jesus Christ. How they accept certain sacrifices every year. They accept it and they believe that these sacrifices cleanse them. They believe that making these sacrifices makes them righteous. But they don't understand by this one man's sacrifice is greater than any other sacrifice that anyone could make. That's the point. All right. So just remember that. And now I'll break it down for you. Go start with from where you would like.
Khan, sir. Verse 12. Wherefore Yahushai also, that he might sanctify the people with his own blood, suffered without the gate.
I'm sorry, start from when you began, please. Just so I can catch the context.
We have an altar whereof they have no right to eat, which serve the tabernacle.
So what Jesus Christ, what the Spirit of Christ is saying in the New Testament is saying, is that we have an altar, meaning in the temple, that animals go on this altar, they're cut up by priests, but the priest cannot eat the meat, right? The priest is killing the animal, cutting the throat, dividing the animal up, just like Captain Akkad and Laban and all those brothers out there in Kazaka and Mad who do the slaughter of the lamb for commanding General Yohana. There were priests that went to that temple, made sacrifices, and could not eat any of the meat that was sacrificed on that temple. Keep going.
Khan, verse 11. For the bodies of those beasts whose blood is brought into the sanctuary by the high priest for sin are burned without the camp.
Because the bodies of these animals are taken outside the camp and burned. So they're cutting up the meat, but they can't eat it because this animal has to be consumed with fire. So he's doing the work, but he's eating none of the meat because this animal is burned. You get the point. Go ahead.
Verse 12. Wherefore Yahushua also, that he might sanctify the people with his own blood, suffered without the gate.
You need to focus on, therefore Yahushua also. That's the part you want to emphasize. Therefore Yahushua also, meaning he's making the comparison. Therefore Yahushua also, keep going.
That he might sanctify the people.
Sorry, for the purposes of class, use Jesus just so people who don't know the truth can be educated about his name, okay? We're speaking about Jesus Christ when we say Yahushua. Continue, please.
Wherefore Jesus also, that he might sanctify the people with his own blood, suffered without the gate.
Therefore, Jesus suffered outside of the gate, outside of the temple. You see, this sacrifice was made outside of the temple, just like the sacrifices that the priest makes when he cuts the animal up and it's burned outside of the temple, even though he's the one that's supposed to eat the sacrifices in the temple. He's the one that gets to eat lamb. He's the one that gets to eat, not this one. No, not this one. This one is burned outside the temple. This sacrifice is made outside of the temple. He's trying to explain to the Sadducee and Pharisee, don't think Jesus Christ was not a sacrifice simply because he didn't come from among you, because he wasn't one of you, because he wasn't accepted as a high priest in the temple like you are. This brother came from the streets. That's the point, Big Texas. You understand? He came from the streets. He was not a member of the aristocracy in Israel. He was not a Sadducee or a Pharisee or an Essene or a Zealot. All of them, you know where they did their work at? In the temple. That's where they worked. It's like a preacher that works, in what's the big church out there in Texas everyone goes to? All of the Christians and hypocrites attend. Well, give me a name of a big one.
CHOP.
Say again. CHOP.
Christian House of Prayer.
Christian House of Prayer. You see, the Christian House of Prayer does not expect you and does not think that you could have the word of God. They don't think that you know anything about the Bible. Why? Because you don't come from the Christian House of Prayer. And so they don't believe that you're even an authority to be recognized. They believe you're a crazy nigger on the street corner yelling, which is why they'll say, get a job, get a job. Tell your preacher to get a job. Oh, you think he has one because he speaks to people every Sunday? I speak to people every day. So why are you saying that I don't have a job when you believe your preacher does have? Oh, because I'm in the street. I'm outside the temple. I get it now. This is the men of God, the disciples of Christ, trying to explain how this sacrifice was done outside of the temple, just like the one that's done for the people outside of the temple. That's the point, Texas. You get my point. If you need more, keep reading. Keep reading if you need to.
One more verse, if I could, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 13. Let us go forth, therefore, unto him without the camp, bearing his reproach.
Let's go forth unto him outside of the camp. What's the camp he's speaking about, Texas?
The Christian House of Prayer. Or
the Christian House of Prayer. In his time, he was talking about the temple, because that was the government seat of religion. That was where all the priests were, all the disciples of Moses were. That's why Jesus Christ went into that temple, and what did he do? He saw that in the temple there were thieves in that temple, and he fashioned a cat of nine tails and three cords together. Salaki, he fashioned three cords together out of leather and beat all of those animals out of that temple and turned over the tables, because he saw that they turned the house of God into a den of thieves. So now they don't respect us because we're outside of the camp. We're outside of the temple where sacrifices are made. Well, if we're going to follow Jesus Christ, we're going to have to go out there. That's where we're going. We're going out there where the real sacrifice is made in the streets. You understand?
Khan, the water general.
No problem. Anything else?
The water.
Sir, Montreal has a question.
Montreal, please. Up north. Give him a hand, Montreal.
Shalom, Shabbat. Salak, everyone, if I could, with your grace, a quick question on Revelation 16 and 16, where it says, and he gathered them together into a place called in the Hebrew tongue Armageddon. Just to inquire, what is that place called Armageddon? Is it the Valley of Jehoshaphat?
That's exactly what it is. That place called Armageddon is the Middle East. The Valley of Jehoshaphat is the Middle East. The place called Armageddon is the Middle East. It's the place of the prophecy of the coming of Jesus Christ, and where great destruction will happen for the enemies of God. All of those places are the Middle East. Geographically, they're the Middle East. You understand?
Kawakan, Thawada, sir.
No problem. Montreal, good to see you. I think Commander General Yohana gave me permission too to come out there to come to Toronto. I'll be out in Toronto. I don't know when, but whenever Toronto tells me to come out there, I'll be out there. All right? I'll be in Toronto sometime whenever they tell me when to come. All right?
Kawakan, Thawada for your presence, sir.
Thawada for your service, warrior. Is there anything else?
No, that was it for now. I don't want Thawada.
I appreciate you. Thawada. You got it.
Come on, sir. South Carolina.
You got it, South Carolina. Gracias. Give me a little ice to the yellow. Please. Oh, there's some of that sour sop in there too. So you got it. Come on, South Carolina. I can't hear you, warrior. I'm sorry, South Carolina. It seems like your microphone is not on. My apologies. I can't hear anything you say in South Carolina.
While they get that figured out, sir, we have an excellent question in the comments.
All right.
Someone asked, how do I give money? And
you know what I do? That is a wonderful question. Say again?
And asked if there's a school cash app.
Absolutely. Go find out. Give the school's cash app information, please. Call the Treasury or someone that works in the Treasury and put the school's cash up there. To your question, how can you give money? Often. That's how you can do it. Often and immediately. Often and immediately are the two ways that you can give money to the Israelite School of UPK. And we're going to provide you with the information right now so you can do your duty. Everyone understands.
And the default way is to go to ISUPK.com. I believe there's a PayPal link or just a general link set up, but I will look into the school cash app.
Please, what you're saying, that's what the warrior is saying is correct. ISUPK.com. There'll be links on there. You can click on those links and give money immediately, and often we'll also put the information up on the screen so you can do it right now. Is there anything else?
Let's check in on South Carolina.
Please, South Carolina. You jammed up, South Carolina. Somebody call him on the phone. I'll try to help him out, all right?
Yes, sir.
Whenever you're ready.
Question in the room. If you could give a general breakdown on Yahushua being Adam.
No problem. You can give me first and last Adam, I think in Romans, all right? To understand Jesus Christ being Adam, you just have to know about reincarnation, right? Reincarnation is the natural life and death process of the planet Earth. It's what happens to every blade of grass, every acorn, every squirrel, every animal, every insect, every vegetable is reincarnated. I wish I had an onion. See if you got an onion or something in there, Salah, with the green growing out of it. I'll I'll explain it real fast like that. That might help you with it, all right? It's the life process. Paul said that which thou tilleth cannot grow unless it dies. This is how vegetation grows. Vegetation has to die for vegetation to grow. There's a apple full of seeds, and it drops from an apple tree onto the ground. It just drops. And then that apple begins to decay and decay and decay over time. The apple dies. Because the apple dies, those seeds are now in the soil. That's not quite good enough. I don't think we got any good ones in there. You can just check in the refrigerator and see if we got some. But the apple dies, the seeds fall out on the goddamn ground, and now you got a new apple tree out. That's where life comes from. Just know that, and there are precepts about reincarnation that I also can give you. Because there's reincarnation, you have been here before. There is no new thing under the sun. That thing which hath been spoken of, it is known that it is man. There is no new man under the sun. Everyone that was here in the past is here now. Everyone that will be here in the future are the people that were here in the past. That's how life works. Can I take that? Still not good enough, Salah. Still not quite good enough. Everyone see that. You've seen an onion before that grows a little green thing out the bottom of it. You've seen that before. That's life. That's the life process. That's the onion dying and the new onion being born. You've seen a clove of garlic. The garlic is dying, so the new garlic is being born. I know you've seen a damn potato before with those eyes on it. Try one of those, Salah. See if we got a potato with some eyes growing off it. You've seen a potato, and those little white things start coming out of the potato, right? That's the life process. The potato is dying. And as the potato dies, new potatoes are being born. That's what happens to humans as well. These bodies that we live in will decay and die, but the spirit will not, and we will receive new bodies to those spirits that can never die. So that's the life process with every living thing, period. Jesus Christ was also reincarnated because he's a living man, and there is no new thing under the sun. So Jesus Christ was here before. The times in the Bible when Jesus Christ was here was as Adam, as Isaac, as Melchizedek. That's three, right? Solomon and Jesus Christ. Those are the 5 times in the Bible that denotes the times that Jesus Christ was born, died, and came back through regular reincarnation. The last time, of course, he came back as Jesus Christ. He died and rose again in the abnormal way, not the usual way of life and death, but a miracle. And when he comes back, he'll come back in that same body that he was in. That's why it's called resurrection. Everyone gets it now. So I just explained that to you. Now give me first and last Adam.
Salakia, sir, if I may, the analogy that you made about the farmers and the potato, you know what I'm saying? You gotta be a farmer because you could make 1,000 potatoes out of one potato when it sprouts.
Yeah.
When it sprouts, when you plant it perfectly. And Salakia, I want you know what I'm saying? All due respect, can you please bring back your spike garden?
Give him a hand. You see, this is the kind of support I need.
Spike garden.
Thank you. Thank you. And you know what? For you, I'm going to bring back my spike garden this year. For you. Clap it up, everybody over there. Tazallah, you heard that. Don't say your name, brother. But listen, I'm bringing back the spike garden. You see this? I can't even find an old potato in here because, of course, there are only perfect potatoes in here. Only the most perfect potatoes exist here. I can't even find an old potato in here or an old onion because only the most choice and wonderful, the first ones, are in here. Somebody give me a picture of an old potato with the things growing up, and that will explain it. But the water, brother, and I appreciate you. Thank you. And I will bring back my spike garden for you. Go ahead, warrior. Your
And
brother will find it
Salakia,
while we're looking for while we go ahead.
oh, it's Salakia, sir. And
Here we go.
You dropping so
Go ahead,
hard,
warrior.
body on West, because if you do it correctly, you know that potato, that sweet potato became like it looked damn near like a pumpkin. If you do it right,
I'm telling you.
You know what I mean, if you do
Listen,
it
you know
right,
what you're talking about.
it look it's so big, you know what I mean? It's so big and juicy and sweet. Those potatoes and it come through, you know what I'm saying? In the soil, you know what I'm saying? It's like 10 or 20 of them. You know what I'm saying? If you, when you do it so right, Salakia.
Right. You tell the truth, like in the what? I'm going to pray to the Most High God that the Lord gives you all the land you need, so you can grow every vegetable you want, so you can make the most beautiful potatoes, brother, because you deserve it for your service in the UPK, warrior. You deserve your own land. You deserve a castle on a hill. And I'm going to pray to the Most High God that you get it, brother. You understand? Well said,
sir.
warrior. Go
Somebody
ahead.
in the comments said, "Do that, but whatever you do, don't stop making bread, General."
Thank you. You see, these are the good people in the world here tonight. The good people of the earth are in this class tonight. The kind and decent people. They feel sorry for me. And that's all I ask for. Is for somebody to pity me, because right now my shoulder is killing me. As we speak. Somebody feels sorry for me. God damn. Listen, here's look at this. You see this? This is a good picture you found up here, Ephraim. This onion is, you see this picture? It's the perfect picture to understand reincarnation, because you can see the onion is dying. The onion is dead. But look at that green life coming from death. Now, all you have to understand is, where is the essence of the onion? Where is the soul of the onion? The genes that get passed on to the next generation. Where is the spirit of the onion? It's in the green part. It's in the green part. The onion is not dying, because the onion will live on after the old onion dies. After the old onion dies, the new onion will be born. This onion is an excellent way to understand reincarnation. That which thou soweth cannot grow unless it dies. There can be no people unless people die, because the souls of the people in the past are the souls of the people today. That's where they come from, but they get a new body, just like this onion is getting a new body because the old onion is dying. It's a perfect image. That's all you need to understand reincarnation. Every person has been reincarnated, including Jesus Christ, as Adam, as Isaac, as Solomon, an appearance as Melchizedek, and Jesus Christ. And I think I named all of them right there. So now let's go to the first and last Adam to prove that Jesus Christ is Adam, all right? Whenever you're ready.
Kind of 1 Corinthians 15 and 45. Mm-hmm. And so it is written, the first man, Adam, was made a living soul.
The first man, Adam, was made a living soul. Listen closely to whoever asked the question. The first man, Adam, was made a living soul. If you go to Genesis, the Bible will say that the breath of life was breathed into Adam, and he became a living soul. That's a direct quote from the book of Genesis, right? The Most High God breathed life into Adam, and he became a living soul. Keep going.
The last Adam was made a quickening spirit.
One more time.
The last Adam was made a quickening spirit.
Again.
The last Adam was made a quickening spirit.
So now to the person that asked the question in the Bible, how many Adams was it? That's all I need. I'll be fine after that. Just tell me, how many Adams are there? Whenever you give me that, I'll move on. Hold up, because Mahayaman, he sent me something. He knows what he's talking about. Let me give it to you on Messenger.
He sent it to me as well, sir. Let me.
Okay, good to go. You got it. Let's play Kazak Ahmad's video. Hold up, Sister Nadia. God damn, Nadia. Nadia has the first potato ever. It's the oldest potato I've ever seen. Good Lord. This is a great grandmother's potato. Let me give you what Sister Nadia sent me real fast. Hold on. I'm gonna get it to you right now.
Yes, sir.
Whenever you can put I think I broke that down. Did they answer the question about how many atoms are there?
There's 2 atoms.
Did they say 2?
Come.
Well, now they know what they're talking about. What other answer could they have given? No answer. That's the only answer that you could have given, because it's in the Bible, young brothers and sisters. There are 2 atoms. The first atom is the atom of Genesis that we all know about. Who was given life? The last man, Adam. Now we know we're not talking spiritually. Now we know we're not talking about the last man with the, the spirit of Adam or the magic of Adam. We're talking about a man. The last Adam gave life. He was a quickening spirit. What is Kazak Ahmad showing you right here? What is this Kazak Ahmad? Looks like a coconut or something, right? This is a coconut. That coconut is splitting. It's dying. But look at what's happening right there on that tip. New life coming from death. Where's the spirit of the coconut? The spirit of the coconut is leaving that old coconut, and it is forming and growing into that new growth. Life comes from death. That's it right there. That's reincarnation. That's where your grandfather is. Where is your grandfather? Your son is your grandfather. That's where your grandfather is. So many of you obsess about people that have died in your life. You mourn your grandmothers and your grandfathers. Most of you never recover from the loss of loved ones. You keep that picture up of that that funeral flyer. You keep it up your entire life. You mourn every day. You get high and you get drunk every time you think about your grandmother that died. And here's your problem. There are children in the bedroom down the hall that need you. But all you're doing is thinking about your dead grandmother, your dead best friend, your dead mother, and your children are neglected. If you love your grandmother, take care of your daughter. Your daughter is your grandmother. If you miss your father who died, take care of your son. Your son is your father. Your son is your grandfather. Why mourn the dead until you end up sick and alone and wasted your own life when you could simply love your children? Because your children are your loved ones who have died. Because life comes from death. Everyone understands. Is there anything else?
Show
me Nadia potato.
Got you right now, sir.
God damn, look at that. Listen, Nadia's been holding that potato. She's been holding that. Good Lord. Come on, keep that potato going. That's the first potato. Keep that potato alive. Wait till you see the potatoes that come from that thing there. We're going to all eat. We're going to need to soon with Donald Trump. We're going to all be eating off of that one potato in 1 second. Good job, Nadia. Nadia is making sure we all will eat. Well, listen, look at the potato. It's flat and gone. But not really gone. Not really. Because there is new life coming from death. I believe you get the point, all right? Is there anything else?
Oh, Salakia, sir. A lot of people don't realize that one potato make 1,000 potatoes. But we've been jammed up in this kingdom that we don't realize that we could just plant one potato and it will make 1,000 potatoes off of those sprouts. Salakia.
What the officer is saying is absolutely true. Absolutely true. The Water Warrior. Is there anything else?
South Carolina sent me their questions.
Okay.
I'll put them up on the screen as well. They had 2 questions. If God wanted salvation for Israel only, why did God want to save the Gentiles of Nineveh? And they said these questions are from brothers that are in the world.
I got you. during the time of Nineveh, Nineveh predates Israel. There were no Israelites in the time of Nineveh, which is why you don't hear that term being mentioned at all in Nineveh. Because Nineveh is similar to some very old stories that predate Israel. Nineveh predates Israel. The story of Jonah, that's the same story, Nineveh, Jonah, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
that story predates Israel. There's another one I'm thinking about, Job. The story of Job predates Israel. Before Israel, God had a chosen seed. Historians call them Adamites, the children of Adam. So before Israel, the children of Adam were the chosen seed, in particular, the children of Shem, which was Adam's son Shem. And so his people were the chosen people of God at that time. The first, let me try to give you some history on it, right? Let's start with Adam. When you had Adam, the chosen people of God were Adam, Eve, Cain, and Abel. That was the chosen family of God. Then, of course, Cain murdered his brother Abel. Then he was expelled from the family and had to go live in the caves and became a troglodyte, a cave dweller, and became later on president of the United States. Right? That's Cain. So now the family of God is Adam, Eve, and that's it. Then Adam and Eve were expelled from the garden because of them breaking God's law. And now they're still the children of God, but they're outside of his protection in that garden, outside of the place where wealth is abundant and food is abundant and protection is abundant. Now they're out scraping and surviving on their own. And they had another son named Seth. So then you have Adam, Eve, and Seth, and that's the chosen people of God. 3 people, and that's that. Then time went on and time went on. Who's after that? And then you have Abraham. Then you have a man named Abraham, right? Abraham, then he is the chosen man of God. He has a son named Isaac. And now what's the chosen people of God is Abraham and his son Isaac. That's that. Those are the chosen people of God, and Sarah, his wife. And then time goes on and time goes on. And then you have, I'm sorry, I skipped over one, right? Noah. I skipped over Noah. Noah predates Abraham. Now you have the children of God are 8 people. Not a nation of millions, but 8 people. 8 people were the chosen people of God. You had Noah, his wife, his 3 sons, and their 3 wives. 8 people were the chosen people of God. Then they got off of that boat once the water receded, and they began to pop 8 people. Then you get down to Abraham, right? Abraham has a son, Isaac. Boom. Isaac has a son, Jacob. Kablam. Jacob has 12 sons. Those 12 sons become the 12, are the fathers of the 12 tribes of Israel. But when they walked into Egypt, they were 70 people, meaning the chosen people of God. When they went to Egypt to live there for 400 years, they started as 70 people. That's it. That was the chosen people of God, 70 people. In Egypt, they grew into a nation. So there's been many times throughout our history where the chosen people of God have not been Israelites, but they've been some particular branch of Adam's family. When you read about Jonah, that's a particular branch of Adam's family that grew and grew, and now they're in this city, in this town, and this town is populated, not big like the town of New York, but a town of its size back then where the people are living in there in that town. And God wants to save them because they are the children people of God now. Later on, the nation grew into the nation of Israel. So during the time of Nineveh, those were the people that God wanted to save because it predates the nation of Israel. You can look this up in your damn Zondervan Bible Dictionary. Is there anything else?
Sir, that's that. They had one more question from South Carolina. Bell and the Dragon, verse 27. Why did the dragon blow up or burst?
Can you read that for me, please?
Kind of. Bell and the Dragon, chapter 1 and verse 27. Then Daniel took pitch and fat and hair and did seethe them together and made lumps thereof. This
So
he
not
put
just
in the dragon's mouth.
Focus on me, South Carolina. He took pitch. You know what pitch is? Pitch is tar. That's what pitch is, tar. So he takes tar, hair. So imagine, camel's hair or human hair, right? You might not know this, but human hair is extremely flammable. Ask Michael Jackson. Yeah, they did a movie about Michael Jackson this week. They did a movie about Michael Jackson. They put in there that his hair caught on fire. I think they forgot the part about him being a pedophile, though. That part they decided to leave out. Black people, you and Hispanics, you love celebrities, don't you? You love Megan Thee Stallion. You love Michael Jackson. You love who else? Tupac. Oh, Tupac. You love Tupac. You love Michael Jackson. Well, Michael Jackson and Tupac were pedophiles. Tupac was a convicted rapist, but you still love him. Michael Jackson, I mean, there are so many children that talked about how Michael Jackson molested them. It's an insane number. Michael Jackson himself said he would always sleep with the people's children that came over to his house. He would sleep in the bed with them because he loved them so much. Yeah, you love celebrities. Well, Michael Jackson's hair caught on fire because hair is very flammable. Tar is very flammable. Keep going. What else? Pitch, tar. What else? Pitch, hair. What else?
Pitch and fat and hair.
Fat. You know what fat is, right? Fat is flammable. Fat is what they used to make candles out of whale fat. And beef fat, you can make excellent tallow candles today. If you ever heard of the term tallow is beef fat. And these sisters in here will take some beef fat, take it up into that bathtub, and make a candle out of it and charge you $50 for that goddamn candle right now tonight. They'll do it. It costs them $2 to make because it's nothing but beef fat from them cooking up roast beef. They're going to take some beef fat, put it in the sink, put a wick in it, and then put ISUPK on it and charge you $200. Yeah, that's where candles come from fat. You understand? Guess what happens next, South Carolina? Kabloom! The thing blows up. You understand now? Just nod your head if you get me. I don't know if you hear me or not. Good to go. The water warrior. That's why. Anything else?
So we got Officer Yatzar here.
Shalom, Shalom, Alawab.
Please give me a greeting in a Creole.
Wakan. You want the UPK greeting? You want me to Creole?
Yes.
Sir. Chris, it's a little long, sir. Let's see if you get it.
Listen,
sir.
Text it to me. I'll have it in a week. Go ahead.
I'll text it to you. Go
ahead, no problem. Go ahead. Okay. Christiania.
Right, which means may the Lord.
May the Lord.
No. Which means in the name. No, Jésus. Jésus is Jesus. Jésus.
Jésus is Jesus. Jésus is Jesus. Got you.
Come on.
Okay.
Béni
wu,
which is Barakata, which means bless you.
Béni wu or who? Got you.
Béni. To say it like a Levite is really Béni wu, right? But saying it like a native Levite, it will be Béni. It's a contraction.
Béni
word.
Béni.
Gotcha. Real quick, Alawap, I wanted to know, sir, in 2 Kings 14, you spoke about Jonah. So this is talking about a different Jonah, correct? Because I believe that's what it's being used to say.
Okay, let me hear it.
2 Kings chapter 14, verse 25. he restored the coast of Israel from the entering of Hamath unto the sea of the plain, according to the word of the Lord God of Israel, which he spake by the hand of his servant Jonah, the son of Amittai, the prophet, which was of Gath-Thepher.
Yeah, to my memory, that's a whole different Jonah. You can just look up that name in the Zondervan Bible Dictionary. There are many different prophets. Once a prophet became famous, then fathers named their children after that prophet. That's all. You know, it works that same. Once you get famous, people name their children after you, which is why in the Catholic Church there are 1,000 Peters, 1,000 Michaels, 1,000 Stephens, because people are naming their children after famous men. So after Jonah, everyone began to name their child Jonah. Everyone began to name their child Mashal for Moses. They begin to name their child. So you just look up in the Zondervan Bible Dictionary. It'll tell you who that's speaking about. To my memory, that's not the Jonah, the original Jonah, but someone that's named after him. You understand?
Kanadawakan, sir. And real quick, Adawan, recently, I forgot the news channel that came out to say that Donald Trump is related to the King of England, right? Through the House of Windsor. I think he's like 15 cousins. So it reminded me a question that I had for you about the House of Windsor. I don't know if you want to do it next week or if you could speak on it briefly.
Just remind me. I don't recall it, so please, you can say it now as always.
Sir, it related to the House of Windsor and how the symbol of the two lions that is used for the tribe of Judah, how are they related? Is it that they overpowered our people and started using that for?
That's exactly what it is. That's it. Whenever you look at white culture, it is always them stealing someone else's culture. That's it. The reason that the lions are on the House of Windsor standard, someone can show it if you would like, right? Show the House of Windsor's standard, the royal family of America. It should have a unicorn and a lion on it. Now I'll give you the normal history of it, then I'll tell you the truth about where it actually came from. All right. Whenever the brother gets it, I'll start to explain it. But I'll explain the House of Windsor. Here's a short story. They stole our history and began to use our symbols as their own, to use our language, our land as their own. They just steal someone else's culture. Here is the standard for the House of Windsor, all right? I'll try to explain it to you quickly and briefly. You see those three lions? Those are the three lions of Normandy, of the Norman Empire. Who was the conqueror? The Norman conquest. Who was the conqueror that came from Normandy? His name? Edward the Conqueror. Anyway, he was a Norman, right? He was a Norman, and Normandy invaded England. Normandy invaded England because they believed that it was their inheritance. I'm sorry, go ahead.
William the Conqueror.
William the Conqueror. There was this cat named Edward the Confessor. Edward the Confessor was king of England. Now, when he died, he did not have a son. And so he left his property, England, to his cousin, William of Normandy. William was Duke of Normandy at that time. So, of course, the other British earls were angry because they didn't want some foreigner to come over there from Normandy. Normandy is in France. It's on the coast of France. It's on the coast of France, close to England. But the other earls of England didn't want a foreign king, so they fought. They fought and they refused to allow William to become king of England. So Normandy invaded England. They invaded England, and it's called the Norman Conquest. And it's when these people from Normandy, which was William and all of his earls and all of the aristocracy that were with him, they invaded England and they conquered England. And he made himself king, set himself up as king. And so now French kings sat on the throne of England. They spoke French. They did not speak English. They spoke French. And those three lions Those are the Norman lions that stand for William, his father, and his son. William and 2 other men in his bloodline. Those 3 lions, that's his symbol. The symbol of William the Conqueror, those 3 lions, okay? So now he's in charge. You see up at the top, you see that red lion? Later on, the descendants of William the Conqueror also became the kings of Scotland. So a descendant of William the Conqueror became the king of Scotland, which is why now his symbol is a red lion, because he's using that same Norman lion, the French lion, except he makes it red on a yellow field to signify the difference between the ones from Normandy and the royal family of Scotland. That is the Bruce. What's his name? Edward the Bruce. You can look his name up. Something the Bruce. That's his symbol. He became king of Scotland. So the red lion represents Scotland. Then you go down to the bottom and you see that's a lyre or a harp, which was the original guitar of its time. And that is the symbol for Ireland. Okay? That harp, that's the symbol for Ireland right there. And so now you go to the top, you got a knight's head. That means that they're warriors. You see the crown, that means that they rule. You see the gold lion and the crown at the top. That means that Normandy, France, rules Great Britain. William the Conqueror rules Great Britain. The lion on one side signifies William the Conqueror with the crown on his head. The unicorn on the other side, that represents Wales, I believe. Look up that unicorn. I want to remember that represents the Welsh, okay? But I can't recall. It could be that represents Ireland or Scotland, but I cannot recall. You put all 3 of these things together, that's the United Kingdom, right? The United Kingdom did not exist until King James came on the scene. But until King James came on the scene, there was just an England, a Scotland, and an Ireland, but there was not a UK, a United Kingdom, until King James, because King James was already king of Scotland. And so when they made him king of England, who already was ruling over Scotland, already ruling over Ireland, then King James decided to have a united kingdom. And then he made a new flag, which represents 3 kingdoms with 3 crosses. That's the British Empire's, the UK flag to this day. It's 3 kingdoms all combined. Now that's the history of this symbol right here. So what is the symbol for the unicorn again, Warren?
It's Scotland.
Scotland. So that's the symbol for Scotland, that unicorn. All right. That's the written history that they teach people. All right. Here's what's true now. Here's what's beneath history. Here's the origin of history. That these symbols are the symbols of the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel. These symbols come from the Bible. These symbols are our symbols, our lineage, our coat of arms, that our oppressor, because he is a culture thief, has taken them and made them his own. The lion symbol is the symbol for the southern kingdom in Israel, the tribe of Judah and his fellows. And they are kings because King David established a throne, and Jesus Christ sits on that throne today, a descendant of King David of the tribe of Judah. The tribe of Ephraim, their symbol is the unicorn. Now, an actual unicorn is a one-horned sheep, which genetically can happen, but it's rare. So when it would happen, when a sheep, instead of having 2 horns, his horns would intertwine into one horn. If you look at a unicorn's horns, it's really 2 horns intertwined together. If you can zoom in on this horn, and you'll see what I'm talking about. It's 2 horns wrapped together, because a sheep has 2 horns, but sometimes genetically they'll wrap together. And it was considered to be a prized sheep, a sheep that was, whoa, this is a special sheep. It's a unihorn. It's a one-horned sheep, a unicorn. And it was a prized sheep, a wonderful sheep that everybody would want, and everybody would want to breed that sheep so they could make more unicorns, more unihorns. So it began to be the most expensive sheep in the world. This began to be the symbol for the tribe of Ephraim. There it goes, right? That's an actual unicorn that happens in genetics. Farmers would see this and they would want this sheep because they would want to pass on that genetic trait to other sheep so they could have a one-horned sheep. It was a prize sheep. This symbol began to be the symbol for Ephraim and his fellows, meaning the so-called Hispanics. It began to be so symbolic for them that they began to put a horn on their battle-readied horses. They would get a horse and they would put armor on the horse. Show me a horse with armor with a unicorn on the armor. In Mesopotamia, which is the Middle East, and a section in the Middle East, Puerto Ricans, Hispanics, would put a metal horn on their horses when they went out to fight. When they went to fight, they would fashion a horn, put it on their horse, and you would know, oh, that's a Latino's horse. That's a horse from a Issacharite or a Zebulonite or a Ephraimite, because they would put a horn on the battle armor. At that time, horses wore battle armor, right? Because so that the horse would not get stabbed or get shot with a bow and arrow. Here's the one from history right here. This one is probably super old. But the Puerto Ricans started this. They would put a unicorn on their horse to signify, I am Latino of my day. I'm Hispanic. So my horse wears a unicorn. Remember, this is the time when reading was rare. Not many people read. So symbols were how people communicated. If you saw his horse had a unicorn, you said, oh, he's from the tribe of Ephraim. He's Puerto Rican. He's Mexican. He's Guatemalan. He's one of them because he has a unicorn on his horse. If you saw a lion, you would say, okay, well, that's him. If you saw dice or the Urim and the Thummim, you knew that, oh, he's a Haitian because he's wearing the Urim and the Thummim, or the dice of the Haitian people. Symbols were how we would know who each other was in a war. In a war, the same way that militaries use symbols today and colors today. In a war, we use symbols so everyone would know to gather. If you're Latino, come over here. If you're Haitian, come over here. If you're from the tribe of Judah, come over here, because you would see this symbol that would represent a name. Everybody's with me, right? So that's how the unicorn became synonymous with the tribe of Ephraim. Give me the original picture back on the screen again. All right. These symbols. Now skip down farther on. You see that instrument? Listen, I've decided to learn to play this instrument right here, brother. I've decided to learn to either become a master at playing the guitar or learn to play the lyre. More than likely, it's going to be the guitar. Okay, I'm just getting you ready for that. More than likely, I'm going to choose the guitar. But this is the instrument that King David played. King David played a prototypical guitar, which was called a lyre. It was I think a 12-string or an 8-string instrument. It was not a giant harp like the ones you see people use today, because it was portable. You could carry it in your hands. You carried it in your hands and you played it very similar to how people play the guitar today. It is the prototypical guitar. It's called a kanar or a kanor in Hebrew, a lyre in English. A harp is how it began to be noticed when Christians began to take over and they changed the name to a harp. Okay? That's the instrument that King David played. All right? So what do you have on this symbol actually? You have the symbol for the tribe of Judah and his fellows, the symbol for the tribe of Ephraim and his fellows, and the instrument that the Most High God loves in the Bible. I almost forgot to tell you that. The Bible says that God loves the stringed instruments. Somebody give me that in the Bible. Where the Most High God said he loveth the stringed instrument. David played this kanar or guitar. He played this for King Saul. And when King Saul wanted to kill him, King Saul heard the music that he played on this instrument, and the demon left King Saul because he played it so beautifully. King Saul said, I'm an evil bastard for trying to kill this young brother, man. When all he does is just make beautiful music out of that kanar, out of that guitar. Everyone understands. So these are our symbols. They've co-opted them, taken them, and ruled the world with them. Everyone understands.
Come on, sir.
You have,
Psalms.
you have the one I asked for?
Come on. Psalms 150 and verse 4. Praise him with the timbrel and dance. Praise him with stringed instruments and organs.
The Most High loved that stringed instrument. It's like he loved it. David played it. That's where these symbols actually come from. Good to go?
Yes, sir.
All right. Anything else?
Colonel Khan, Milwaukee has a question.
Mm-hmm.
What they're doing over there, they're doing it.
Milwaukee, you ready to rock?
Calm.
Go ahead, brother. I can hear you. Go ahead.
Calm. Shalaki, what you say?
It's like, sir, while they work on that, we can play this clip from Milwaukee this past weekend.
Come on with it. Let's see it.
You forced us to be Christian. You forced us to be everything you wanted us to be. And now you have America. Own it. Own it. As a matter of fact, send your sons to go fight for it. Send them to Iran. That's what you need to do, Mr. White Man. Because, and listen, here's what I know. Right in my face, you'll tell me that you love black people, won't you? How many of you white people will do that? How many of y'all say it? Huh? Any white people out here love black people? If you do, raise your hand. Raise your hand. You do? You do? Half your family's Jamaican. Which side? Which half? Your father's side or your mother's side? Yo, hey, my man. Hey, yo, grab that. See, here's what you thought. You thought you was dealing with men who are Christians, and we are not. You understand? That's our property. Don't touch it, white man. Hey, get him off of him, huh? Get him off of him now. Get him off of him now. Get him off him now and detain him. See, here's the problem. You thought you were dealing with Christians, but you are not. The Israelite school you became, we will defend ourselves. You understand that? You looking at real men of war. You looking at real men of God. That's what you're looking at. And
Clap it up, Akim. Give him a hand. Well done. Well done, Captain DeBar out there in Milwaukee. Well done, Milwaukee. Good job, brother. Let me tell you, I'll go into that in 1 second, Milwaukee. But first, let me commend the Milwaukee camp under Command and General Yohana for your service. And every American citizen should thank the Israelite School of UPK for being the true defenders of the freedom of speech in America, the true defenders of the freedom of speech in Jamaica, in Trinidad, and in Great Britain. We're the defenders of the freedom of speech. Because if not for the Israelite School of UPK, cruel, wicked men would never allow you to complain about the evil treatment that you have received. You wouldn't be able to utter a word about how you're treated if not for men like DeBar Moth being willing to stand up and say, we will speak for the oppressed, we will speak for the poor, and the Constitution gives us the right to do it. And he was absolutely within his rights to defend his life and property according to the Constitution. You white people, you don't even love America. You don't even love the Constitution. You don't love the founding fathers. You don't love the Bill of Rights. You don't love America. Why don't you sit down and allow the UPK to fight for the real ideal of America that all of you believe in? If not for us, America would just be the home of rich men whose greed occupies their mind day and night. We're the ones fighting for freedom, fighting for the freedom of speech, fighting for the defense of the poor and kindness to the underprivileged. What do? You fight for your stinking wallet and your ego day and night. You just sit down and allow us to make this world a better place. Come on, Milwaukee. What did you want to say? We jammed up again with Milwaukee.
We have
ahead,
a
Milwaukee.
new
Just
brother.
do it.
All right, Slack, yes, sir. So we got a brother in the school. I thought you might be
Let me allow Milwaukee to give him a shot. 1 second. Milwaukee, go ahead and just start speaking. Don't listen to me. Just speak. Let me allow Milwaukee to give him a shot. 1 second.
Wisconsin. Peace and all, 5,000 among the bar, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. We got a brother in the school who's curious about the nature of Yahweh. If you can give him a better general breakdown.
Were you able to hear that, sir?
I heard the question. I'm just giving Milwaukee a shot.
I think that was from the room. I think it was another brother in the room in Milwaukee.
Oh, that was the brother. I'm sorry. My apologies. That I thought. Okay, so that was the question from Milwaukee.
I believe so.
Okay, he has to explain to me what nature is, and then I'll answer the question.
Oh.
Okay, he has to explain to me what nature is, and then I'll answer the question. Come on screen. I don't know. Can you come on screen? Are you comfortable with that?
What should I regard Jesus as far as like what should I understand him to be?
Carl.
Yes, sir. Yes, I would like to know what's the can't put him down. Oh. Yeah, I just wanted to know what's the nature of Yahweh Shah as far as like I know it's not what Christianity teaches as far as the Trinity, and I know it's not what Islam teaches as far as just being a prophet of God and not the son of God and stuff. So I just want to get a full understanding.
Okay. What's your name, warrior?
What's your name? What's your name?
My name is Brayshawn Claypool.
Brayshawn, good to see you, warrior. I'll explain to you. The Christians say that he is God, right? Because the Christians believe in multiple gods. The Muslims say he's just a prophet. Based on your question, Jesus Christ, his nature, he is our king.
That's right.
You understand what I mean by that?
Yes, sir. Messiah.
Explain.
As far as I know, the Messiah is meant to be the mighty king.
Not that. That's not what I asked you. Now, just tell me, what does it mean to be our king? What does that mean to you when I say that? He's our king, meaning what?
The king of Israel.
Explain.
Well, I can't definitively say it, but as far as my understanding, the king of Israel was supposed to be the long promised king, promised to the house of David, over to be the king over Israel, the nation of Israel.
How does anybody become a king?
I would think a lot of trials and tribulations and a lot of tests.
That's one part of it. But first, to be a king, you would have to come from a king's bloodline. Your grandfather would have to be a king. Your great-grandfather would have to be a king. You see, Jesus Christ is not a prophet. He's much more than that, right? And he is less than God because he's not God. Do you understand? But he's much more than an average man because his family earned the right to be our ruling family. Jesus Christ is a descendant of King Solomon, a descendant of King David. His family lost the throne. They lost the crown. because of their wickedness. He was the one member of that family that was righteous enough, courageous enough, and chosen by God to rebuild that family broken and bereft of lordship. There was no more royalty left in that family. His father was Joseph, who was a carpenter in the worst ghetto in Jerusalem. The place was called Nazareth. His grandfather was David, but that family had become poor, lost everything they had because God took it from them because of their wickedness. There was no more royalty left in that house. A house bereaved of lordship, no more honorable men. The Bible says in Isaiah that he would be the flower growing out of dry ground. His family was dry. There were no more righteous men left in that family. This was the greatest family we had in Israel. Now, they were carpenters in a ghetto. But then one son was born, a son that God promised that would be born to that family. And he, at 12 years old, was debating and battling scholars in the temple at 12. He showed such promise at a young age. Everyone wondered, could he be the one? Could he be the descendant of King David to rebuild the house of David, to set up again the throne of his father David? Is he the one we've been looking for? Because until Jesus Christ, this nation had no rightful king. We're a nation of people who have been looking for a king that God promised us. And until then, the land was in lack. The land was in want of a king. Can you imagine the condition a people are in if they have no leader that God has sent? If God doesn't send us a leader, the land is in mourning. The crops don't grow. The animals don't give birth. We sit in poverty and in division and in oppression, all in the want of a leader. Well, God set up a leader. He set one up, and we were waiting and waiting. Some people call that promised leader the Messiah, the Savior, the person that everyone was waiting on. And they knew what family this person would come out of, the family of David. Then one day, this 12-year-old boy was so smart. He was brilliant. He was ingenious. And then this child began to do miracles. He turned water to wine at a wedding. He began to do amazing things. Everyone said, could this be the one? Could this be finally the reestablishment of the throne of David? Could he be the Messiah? Could he be the one we're waiting on? But they rejected him. They didn't believe in him because he wasn't the way they thought he would be. They thought he would be a Pharisee or a Sadducee. They thought he would be a religious, aristocratic, leader, when he was from the ghetto. He was from the ghetto. He was from the streets. And so because of that, the religious leadership did not accept him. He was the chief stone that the builders rejected. They rejected him. They wouldn't build their house on him because they thought a politician was going to save Israel. Blacks and Latinos think politics and voting are going to save Israel today. Then Donald Trump strikes down the civil rights bill, strikes down the voting rights bill, and black people don't know what to do because you thought that politics would save blacks and Latinos. When meanwhile, the establishment of the kingdom of God, of the throne of God that was established by our royal family. That's what saves this people, the Messiah, the true one king over the nation of Israel. That's his nature. That's who he is. Then later on, he proved himself through many miracles, through his doctrine, and through his courage. Courage is a thing of nobility, brother. That's what courage is. Selfish people cannot have courage, because to have courage, you would have to put your own life in doubt, your own life in danger. This man from King David's bloodline did miracles, spoke up for the poor, spoke up for the lost, and then gave his life for his brothers. In doing so, everyone said, truly, you must be the son of David. Truly, you must be the Messiah that we all have been waiting for. Truly, you must be of the root and the stem of Jesse, because you've proven yourself to be our one and true king. Everyone knew it, everyone saw it, and they killed him. And now here we are today in Milwaukee, suffering and dying, in need of what, warrior? What are we in need of?
King.
Who said that?
King.
You said that? Did you say that?
Yes, sir, I did.
Well said. We're in need of a king.
Yes.
Well said. Well said. Well said.
Thank you, sir.
Oh, tell the liar. Just one finger, please. Well said. Is there anything else?
No, sir.
All right.
Slag it, sir.
Where are we
On
at?
that note, this week they had kids right here in Harlem calling some old Edomite king.
It was really good meeting the king. It was cool. I gave him a note, and it was kind of like an invite, and he also asked about the food that he was asking about the mango black bean salad.
That was the visit of King Charles to Harlem this week.
Yeah, King Charles came to Harlem, Jerusalem, and of course he went to Harlem, and all the black children and his Latino children of Harlem came and talked to him, worshipped at his feet, a man who has stolen their lineage and their royal symbols and taken them for himself. Now, black people, when they saw this in Harlem, many black people said, look at all of the money that's being spent to protect King Charles, for this royal visit to America. And, you know, I understand that you feel dishonored by the visit of King Charles, and I certainly understand that. You should feel two things would be very natural. When you see King Charles come to America, the first thing you should think of is, boy, England, they have a way better leader than this idiot that's sitting over here in charge of America. I look at King Charles, I say, God damn, King Charles, I always thought King Charles was an idiot because I don't know what made him leave Diana for that old hag that he chose Diana over. I'll never understand that. The sisters got to explain that one to me. Because somehow he did not want Princess Diana, but he wanted some woman that looks like a vulture. He preferred her. Now, I don't know. Maybe Diana was half a hoe. I don't know. But he always seemed like a bumbling idiot to me, King Charles. But boy, he seems a lot smarter than Donald Trump right now. He seems like he's far more intelligent than Donald Trump. So that's the first natural thing you could think when you see King Charles. Also, you could think, my God, you know, our nation, of course, needs our own king. Yes, we do. A man bred for lordship, a man bred for greatness, bred for selflessness, a man with courage and nobility in his bloodline that has been cultivated throughout generations to make a leader for us. You absolutely would be in the right to think that, because that would be the truth. But here's the thing that you might be making a mistake on. You might be thinking in the wrong way. Esta no es la forma correcta de pensar. You might be thinking in the wrong way. I like this. If you think that the money that they spent on King Charles to bring him to America, if you think that if King Charles did not come to America, they would have spent that money on Harlem, you're a fool. Because if King Charles never came to America, they were still never going to spend that money on Harlem, ever. That's a giant misconception with people. Look at all this money they spend on the Olympics. They could spend that on schools and buying books for our children. Look at all this money they're spending on guarding King Charles. They could spend that money on housing. Look at all this money they're spending on, you know, movie theaters or anything. Brothers and sisters, even if they don't spend that money on those things, they're still not going to spend it on you. Do you think America doesn't spend money on black people and Latinos because they don't have it? Because of the budget? You think they're sitting back going, damn, all we got is one last 10 million. Damn, what we gonna do with it? Shit.
Sir.
Shit, let me pull out the calculator again. Let me see them. Let me see them bills again. You think it's like your house when you're trying to decide whether to pay the cable bill or the light bill. That's what you think. You think they're sitting back like, shit, we ain't got nothing but $1 more billion. Either we could buy books and daycare for blacks and Latinos, or we can bring King Charles over here. God damn it. Oh, we can only do one. Are you out of your effing mind? They print the money. Do you think the reason that they don't spend money on you is because they spend it on going to the moon? Damn, look at all the money they spent on going to the moon. We could have taken that money and had child care and medical coverage and books for our children. You think the white man is sitting back like, okay, y'all, gather around. It's the first of the month. It's the first of the month, everybody. Now, either we can go to the moon or we can get black people and Latinos books. Recommendations? Shit, sir. I guess we got to wait for next month for the books because we ain't got nothing but enough money to go to the moon. This is not your dining room table that you decide whether you get the cable bill paid or the light bill. They print the money. The reason that they don't spend money on books and that they don't spend money on healthcare and school is not because they're using it for something else. It's because they don't care at all to spend money on you. That's it. And if they just held the money, they would still never spend it on you. So really the choice is, do we go to the moon or do something else other than helping blacks and Latinos? Because we're not doing that. Because we don't want to do that. Martin Luther King Jr. said that a budget is a moral document. They're not buying what they have to buy. They're deciding what they want to buy. That's it. Because it says the battery is going low on this thing here. It tells me it need to be plugged up. You got a charger? Oh boy. So now. Let me try to get it plugged in real fast, Ephraim, all right? It says it's going low. If it cuts off, I'll get the charger and come back on. Come on, clap it up for Tazallah. She's doing the best she can. Tazallah. Come on, Salah. Salah, pick in, Salah. Salah's on duty now. Here it comes. Oh, we about to get so much power. Here comes the electricity. Here it comes, Ephraim. And we're healed. But you heard that bleep?
It's like you cut out just a little bit.
That's it. Salah healed us, y'all. We're being healed by Sister Salah. Ephraim, are you with me?
Come on, so I can hear you now.
Yeah, we healed, brother. Come on. Let's keep going. You get the point about the whole budget thing, blah, blah, blah. All right, anything else?
Yes, sir. And you know that's the favorite argument of FBAs and all the Judites that are against the immigrants and pro-ICE.
Ephraim, why did you just bring up the FBA? Because that was what I wanted to talk about in here tonight. The foundational black of the blackest of the Americans. Did you hear this week that Donald Trump and the Supreme Court struck down the Voting Rights Act? Did you hear about that, Ephraim?
Yes, sir.
The Supreme Court yesterday struck down the Voting Rights Act. And if you understand what I'm talking about, you'll understand how gigantic this is. That voting rights bill was the essence of what Martin Luther King was fighting for. It is what John Lewis Clark was beaten up for. It is what all those marches, every march that you saw in the 60s was about that. It was about forming this Voting Rights Act so that black people could have more representation in the South, because the South was oppressing black people. It was marginalizing them. All of those marches over those bridges, all of those sit-ins at lunch counters, getting beat, all of that was about the Voting Rights Act. It was the crown jewel. in civil rights. And this week, the Supreme Court just struck it down with the stroke of a pen. It's gone. That's that. Well, do you understand that about 3 years ago, you stupid drug addict idiots in the foundational Black Americans, you thought you were going to get reparations. Can you imagine? Nigga, you can't even vote now. You thought white people were going to give you reparations. Guess what? Black politicians would not give you reparations. Black ones. Black politicians struck down the reparations bill in California. It was struck down by Black politicians. FBA, I'm close screen, FBA people. Listen carefully. You are suckers just like every other Christian. You're a sucker. You're a mark in a square. That's what you are. Because you're like every Christian that thinks that voting and politics leads to the salvation of Black people. It does not. It does not at all. You thought that you could say, well, we're foundational Black Americans. We're not those stinking, dirty West Indians or those stinking, dirty Latinos or those stinking, dirty Haitians. We've been here. So give us reparations, please. And you thought that you could vote your way into getting what? $1 trillion in reparations? The Supreme Court said, we're not even going to let you vote. We're going to take away your votes. That's what we think of you. Politics will not solve a problem that God caused and only God can resolve. You cannot fix this with voting. You cannot fix this by carnal means. It would be so much simpler. Now, can I tell you the real reason that the FBA thought? Do you have the video when the FBA was stunned and flabbergasted that California struck down?
I can pull that up.
Do you have that? Because it's glorious. Oh my God, they were shocked. A bunch of silly marks. A ton of you're just a conservative. You're some old Black Republican that hates Latinos, and you think that white people will give you reparations as if they appreciate anything you've ever done in America. You think white people in America appreciate the sacrifice of Black people enough to give you reparations? They don't appreciate you enough to let you vote. The Supreme Court just decided it yesterday. You're a mark and a sucker in a square who thinks that white people will ever appreciate you because you've been here for years. I don't know what this. I got to move the hell on. I'm just trying to tell you that you're stupid. Is that coming across? Am I explaining that eloquently enough? Okay, that's all I'm trying to do. Who is that old? What's that Tariq Nasheed? He's another sucker square. He's a damn mark. He's some old cat that you can fool and swindle because he's too stupid to be up to the game. I'll play this video.
Proposals. The California Legislative Black Caucus decided to withhold those bills from moving forward. That led to a big protest at the Capitol over the weekend, as you see here. That's what the video is that you're watching right now. KCRA3 Capitol correspondent Ashley Zavala spoke. Tonight, the leader of California's reparations task force is speaking out after state lawmakers blocked 2 reparations-related proposals. The California Legislative Black Caucus decided to withhold those bills from moving forward. That led to a big protest at the Capitol over the weekend, as you see here. That's what the video is that you're watching right now. KCRA3 Capitol correspondent Ashley Zavala spoke with the reparations leader.
Yeah, so Ashley, what does she have to say about how this whole session
Just let it rock if you can.
Emotions still high after this scene at the state capitol over the weekend.
It's Black people stopping their own people from getting their reparations.
Reparations supporters frustrated by the Legislative Black Caucus's last-minute decision to block votes in the assembly on proposals that would establish a state agency and state fund for reparations. The Black Caucus divided, with some saying they were afraid of the governor's veto, while the caucus leader, Assemblymember Lori Wilson, claimed the bills did not have the votes.
I think what happened on Saturday was unconscionable.
Camila Moore led California's reparations task force that helped come up with these recommendations. She did not expect this.
What we saw was a complete betrayal by the California Legislative Black Caucus against their own constituents. They chose to prioritize their ego and their own self-interest over the people that they claim to serve.
It seemed like Democratic legislative leaders were hands-off about this. Do you think they should have stepped in?
I do think that the Assembly leadership, namely the Assembly Speaker Robert Rivas, should have, intervened. In effect, he sided with the Black Caucus.
How do you, the advocates, the supporters, how do you all move forward here? What are the next steps?
The next step for us is to keep pushing to hold the California Legislative Black Caucus accountable.
Yes, we tried to get a response from caucus leader Assemblymember Lori Wilson at a different reparations-related rally that she was supposed to headline at the state capitol Tuesday, but she canceled her appearance. I tried asking supporters about the situation.
Do you have any thoughts that you want to share right now?
They dodged the question.
Now, Assemblymember Wilson's spokesperson told us in part she canceled her appearance there because she did not want to detract from the importance of that rally.
Sir?
Yeah, they said the decision of the Black Caucus to strike down the reparations bill was unconscionable, meaning it was just beyond conscience to do it. It was not unconscionable. It was predictable. It was absolutely predictable that Black politicians were not going to vote to give Black people reparations because Black politicians work for white politicians. Politicians are whores. They're whores. They're prostitutes. They don't help anyone. They help the few people that give them money to do campaigns and to stay in office. They're employees. That's what a politician is. The problem is he doesn't work for the people. They work for their donors. They work for the people that give them millions of dollars. It was absolutely predictable that Black people were not going to get reparations, and it was predictable that Black politicians were going to be the ones to strike it down. You FBA lunatic, stupid Mark sucker squares are no different than Christians who think that marching and voting and going to church will get them into heaven. You Black Christians think voting gets you in heaven. You FBA suckers, you think voting was going to get you justice? You think voting will get you reparations? You think voting will get you to get what you are due because of what you suffered? God gives reparations. God gives justice, not politicians. Politicians are the ones that take from you. They're the ones you need protection from. All I'm trying to say is that if you believe in the FBA doctrine, you are a square. You're a square and a sucker. Everyone understands, okay?
Yes, sir.
Is that it? All right.
Anything else? Just to underline what you said, Louisiana literally had to postpone their primaries while they now redistrict basically at the pleasure of the Republican Party. One of the elected officials in Louisiana said, well, since I'm not white, I guess I'm going to lose the next election now. Because now his constituency is white.
Yeah, they're right. Yeah, you're going to lose the elections now. There's going to be virtually no Black senators or Black members of the House of Representatives. That number is gone. You're done. That's correct. Why? Because you trusted in Egypt. You trusted in the house of bondage. Let me tell you something. No one will understand this except for people in the UPK. Okay, believing that white people are gods and believing that Jesus is white and that God is white, it makes you think that there is some good side of white people that can be appealed to for reparations and justice. Why? Because even though white people are lynching me and oppressing me, my God is white, my Jesus is white, so there must be some good in white people that I could appeal to. And so black politics is based on that. It's based on trying to appeal to the goodness in white people. Because even though you're the one holding the pitchfork that's stabbing me, you're holding the rope that's hanging me, you're still God and you're still Jesus. So there must be good in you that I could appeal to. And that is black politics, Latino politics. That's why we sing. You know why black people are singing? We shall overcome. We shall someday. We're singing, hoping that our songs will change the hearts of white people because we sing. We're letting white people punch us in the face and beat us, and we are not hitting them back, hoping that white people will look on us and go, oh, innocent, poor child, you're not hitting them back. You must be good. I will give you reparations. I will let you be a senator. You're so good. I'm only looking for the good black people, and you're showing me you're good. We're thinking that we can appeal to the good side of white people. Thinking like that has handicapped you in strategy to overcome oppression. Your strategy is handicapped. You can't even imagine a world where there is no good side of white people, where there are no good white structures in America that could lift you up out of poverty and give you reparations and justice. Imagine, if you will, a world where you think like Commanding General Yohana. You think like the UPK. You think like his priests and his officers who understand white people. We understand them because we don't worship them. We understand white people because they are not our Jesus. So we simply understand them for who they are. And because of that, we're free in strategy to learn how to manipulate white people. You cannot worship white people enough, love them enough to give you reparations, justice, or even votes. While black people were celebrating the fact that we passed the Civil Rights Bill, other white people were bringing heroin in from Vietnam and cocaine in from South America to destroy every black family so that the people didn't even want to vote because all they wanted was crack. All they wanted was heroin. And we thought we celebrated this voting bill when, as the voting bill was getting passed, heroin was coming in on military jets to destroy you as a people. So how did it work out for you, all this voting and marching? Aren't you tired of wearing out your shoes voting and marching? Aren't your throat sore from singing yet? Aren't you tired of it? What did it get you? You got votes and you got congressmen and senators and a so-called black president. And is that even because you also got crack cocaine and heroin? Did you have a good life? Did the voting rights bill work out for you? Now they struck it down. Now it's gone. So what am I supposed to do? Cry? What do I do? Mourn for the voting rights bill? If you understood white people, what you would simply do is give them money, because these politicians want money, not votes. Money. Why in the hell do you think the Congressional Black Caucus of California struck down the reparations bill in California when clearly their constituency wanted reparations? Because the white men that pay them don't want reparations. And so it doesn't matter how many black people want reparations. It doesn't matter. They take money from people to make commercials, to get on TV, and to write books, and to stay relevant. Those people are who they work for, not the people. Now, you could pay them If black people would unify, if every black and Latino would give money to the Israelite School of UPK, we would create a treasure chest that could pay any politician to do what we want him to do. We could do that. You asked earlier, should you give money to the UPK? All the time, every day. Right now, as I'm talking, give money to the UPK. Why? Because every dollar you give to the UPK, we save families. We pay the rent of people who can't pay their rent. We get medical coverage for people that can't afford it. We save the lives of our people. And if you give us enough money, we'll pay the politicians to give us our own community, our own neighborhood, our own stores. We'll pay them. And they will obey us because we give them money. Politicians have to be bought, not followed.
Right.
Not followed. You buy politicians. You buy sheriffs. It is completely legal and is the only way to their heart. Who does not believe me? Just say no. Say you don't believe me. Go ahead. Say you believe me. Put it in the chat room. Say you don't believe me. Say I'm wrong. And I'm going to show you something right now. You know what? Just pretend you said I'm wrong. I'm going to pretend that you said I'm wrong. Ephraim, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Ephraim?
Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
I want you to give me a video of Dr. Malachi York receiving the key to the city in Miami. I want you to give me that video. This happened in the 90s. I ain't talking about Kunchalunka, Oklahoma, or some backwards country place. I'm talking, not that there's anything backwards a country about these people, like where they live. I'm talking about Miami. Say again? No, I didn't. I did not mean that. But that's not what I'm trying to say, because I love all of you. What I'm trying to say is, this is the city of Miami. And they gave a black Hebrew Israelite cult leader the key to the city, who later went on to chop the heads off of his enemies, put them in an ice bucket, and he's in jail right now. No, not Dr. York. What's his name? Yahweh. That's the name, Ephraim.
Khan.
Can anyone hear me out there? My brother.
I can hear you.
Ephraim,
can you not hear us, sir?
Yo, I can't see any responses. His name is Yahweh ben Yahweh. Now you think we're crazy? Jeez. Most of you think the UPK. You think we're crazy. Which, listen, I can't blame you. Listen, I know how it is. You might be right about that. But damn, I mean, Yahweh ben Yahweh, he's crazier than us. Yahweh ben Yahweh. He's in jail because he cut the heads off of his enemies and had them in an ice bucket. And he's in jail. Let me show you what happened. His name is Yahweh ben Yahweh. I want you to give me the video when he gave when the mayor gave him the key to the city in Miami. That's all I want. I'm not asking for too much. Whenever you're ready, get it. I'll have a drink while I'm waiting, all right?
Come.
I'm gonna have to give you some history. Let me know if you found it at least, all right?
I haven't found it yet, sir.
Back in there, I think this is the 80s and the 90s. Everyone look for it too and send it in if you have it, all right? Back in the 80s and the 90s, Florida, are you there? Florida might know about this. Back in the 80s and the 90s, there was a group led by this cat named Yahweh ben Yahweh, which means God, son of God. Oh yeah, he taught he was God, if you're wondering. That's why he named himself that. Yahweh, I mean, he's trying to say he's the Lord's name, son of the Lord's name. All right. Do you ever hear of Yahweh Ben Yahweh down there in Florida?
Wakan, sir. He traumatized a lot of people out there. And whenever they see us, they run from us because they think that we're affiliated with them.
And how did he traumatize?
Salakia?
And tell me about the things that he did. Tell me about what he did. Yahweh Ben Yahweh. What trauma did he give people? What crimes did he commit?
Basically just beating up people that's not paying their tithes, cutting their heads off like you said, keeping people away from their family and friends. He still has a school on 183rd Street in Miami Gardens. And I grew up seeing him when I was young. I used to ride down that street.
If you didn't pay your tithes to him, he checked. There was a moment when. Go ahead.
No, go ahead, sir. Salakia.
No, I'm listening. Please continue. Go ahead, Florida.
Now, when I was young, I used to ride down 183rd Street in Miami Gardens, and I used to always see them on the street corner. And they still have that school on that street corner.
The connection seems bad. I'm going to try to explain to people what you just said. All right. Yahweh Ben Yahweh, if you did not give him tithes, he told his members to cut off your head. There was one story, this is why he's in jail, where he told his members, listen, I want you to bring me the heads of these people. His members left out of his office, came back in a few days with a cooler filled with heads, filled with them. He would beat up poor people in Miami, homeless people, people that lived in housing projects. You have to leave. And then his members would go and beat them up, assault them, and kill them. That is Yahweh Ben Yahweh. To this day, the UPK in Florida is saying that people, because they think that we are associated with him because he called himself a Black Hebrew Israelite, it put a stain on the Hebrew Israelite identity because people don't want to chop the heads off of Black people. Remember, all these crimes I'm speaking about, he did to Black people. He didn't do this to white people. It was a bag full of black heads that they handed to him. He abused people. He assaulted them, and he literally did. He received the key of the city of Miami from the mayor. That's what he did.
Slack it, sir.
They gave him the key to the city of Miami. He was considered to be a wonderful member. Come on.
Slack it, sir. I didn't find the video, but I found an article that says that Miami Mayor Xavier Suarez
Ephraim, you
declared.
Gotta work with me. I can't. There's a bad connection now.
Ephraim,
sir. Are you there? Is anybody there?
Can you hear me now, sir?
Let me call Ephraim on the phone. Ephraim, can you hear me at all? Am I all alone in the universe? Ephraim, I hear you. Can you hear me?
Perfectly. I think your connection may be bad. You've been kind of.
My connection is terrible. Okay.
I don't have the video. I have an article.
How about this? Can you just play the video? Do you have the video? Okay. There's a video when they're giving him the key to the city, but you can read it if you can't find the video. But did this chat? Do you see that? Do what you can. All right. I'll just wait until you're finished. All right. All right.
In this article, 17 years ago this month, a grotesque exercise in political pandering and refusal to see the obvious reached its nadir as then Miami Mayor Xavier Suarez, urged on by other leaders, declared October 7th, 1990, Yahweh Ben Yahweh Day.
Go ahead.
So that was it.
Okay. Please answer this text real fast. Okay. Yahweh Ben Yahweh Day. As evil as a cooler full of heads, they gave him a day in Miami and gave him the key to the city in Miami. And he was a murderer and a black Hebrew Israelite. That's how he identified himself. They gave him a day, and he had a cooler full of heads. Now, all I need to ask you FBA people, you black Christians, you voters, why did the city of Miami give a black Hebrew Israelite murderous cult his own day and the key to the city? If you can just tell me then, Democrats, Republicans, voters, marchers, tell me how did a black Hebrew Israelite radical get the key to the city of Miami and he was given his own day in Miami by the mayor? Just tell me how he could do that. Surely they did not become a black Hebrew Israelite. Surely the city council didn't join his black Hebrew Israelite cult. Just tell me what made them give him his own day. What made them give him the key to the city? Who that? General Cabal paid him. General Cabal, give General Cabal a hand. He just paid him. That's all. Anyone else want to answer? Did he? How many marches? How many marches did this Hebrew Israelite cult who cut people's head off give the man so that could give him the city for a day? How many marches? How many votes did he generate? How many songs did he sing? He didn't even keep the law of America. He was a criminal. He was a murderer. They still gave him the city. They still did it. Yeah, because he paid him. I don't know what else I can do. Ephraim, my connection seems so bad. I don't know what to do. I'm freezing terribly.
You cutting in and
Ephraim,
out,
are
sir.
you with me?
Can you hear me?
I think I got to wrap it up. I'm not sure. I think my connection is bad now because my connection is bad.
Can.
I could try to fix it. What should I do? Start it over? With that, what'd you say? I'm gonna come out.
Yes, sir.
Ride again. You said you slide on them niggas, slide again. Niggas claim they hot, but we been fine. If they ain't one of mine, so they ain't time. Oh, you a rider, motherfucker, ride again. He said he slide on them niggas,
We got this mapped out. Niggas selling wolf tickets, not living what they rap out. Said he gon' ride, too emotional, he'll crash out. 9 boxing, wrestle with this cannon, you gon' tap out. 100 troopers in the building, turn this shit into a blackout. We both come from the mother, why you trying to do me dirty? He cut himself off, we let him rock, he ain't worthy. You playing ball court, throwing number like a jersey. While niggas folded like origami, I kept it sturdy. Told my son he got the blood of a king, he ain't got a word. They gon' cross you like a Christian, it's better to learn this early. They be watching, trying to copy, asking questions, trying to learn me. I ain't in the back and forth if the business don't concern me. Catch the wrath from my anger, I be trying to give of a mercy. Ask the angels keep me covered, I'ma slide, they might have heard me. They playing with that fire, get too close, it's gonna burn me. We ain't never looking back, moving forward, it's the journey.
You know my position, I'm on standby. Ain't no competition, it's a landslide. Oh, you a rider, motherfucker, ride again. You said you slide on them, nigga, slide again. Niggas claim they hot, but we been fine. If they ain't one of mine, so they ain't time. Oh, you a rider, motherfucker, ride again. You said you slide. Look, little nigga, I'm made. All these rappers soft, claim they all cut from a hold of a clove. I'm the one with the blade. Untamed gorilla, keep your hands out the cage. I be standing on they neck, one west to the grave. You can keep your mercy, nigga, I ain't worried. Revenge call me buddy love, I call her Miss Purdy. Nigga try to blitz, I'm going 730. I'ma shake the whole room like Big Shirty. Nigga say one war, it's whatever, buddy. Glock fully loaded, you know these letters bloody. Come for me, you won't.
How we looking, Ephraim?
Which wild, sir? Can you hear me now?
I hear you perfectly. We good to go? How do I sound? Am I choppy? Am I all right? Clap it up for
now,
Salah. She's working it out.
Damn
Getting
right.
it on. Working out the internet. Let's get it on. Everybody knows about Yahweh Ben Yahweh now. He had a whole cooler full of heads. He beat up people. He harassed people. The city of Miami still, however, gave him his own day in the key to the city. Everyone knows why, because he paid them. He just gave them money. He didn't march. They didn't join his group or his cult. He just gave them money because they're politicians, and you buy politicians, you don't support them. You buy politicians, you don't vote for them. What if we had enough money? What if we had enough money to have a plot of land that we could have our town, our farms, our economic system? How will we do it? We need to pay some sheriffs, some judges, some politicians, and they, of course, would give you the key to the city. If you had a cooler of heads in your car, they would still give you the city. Everyone understands?
Yes, sir.
Ephraim, am I all cut off, or can you hear me?
Oh, we can hear you fine, sir.
All right. What else? Are we good with this topic or not?
Yes, sir. And while, as you said, our people keep looking for the good side of white people, there's an Edomite that reached about 200,000 followers before he was just banned from his latest platform this week. He's been going around mostly Nashville and attempting to provoke black people by calling them N-words and chimps while he's carrying a gun and mace.
I mean, this isn't a public easement.
I stay right here.
Don't tell me what to do.
Okay, well, move there.
Keep yourself, don't chimp out. Look at him chimping out. Be a good boy. You heard me. Dumbass nigger. You heard me. No, I'm good. We're live. Don't touch me, lady. I already said it to his face. Dumbass nigger. Shut up,
Yeah,
nigger.
this is in Nashville.
Come.
Yeah, this is in Nashville. I've never heard of this cat before. Ephraim, tell me about this, please.
He's got several 100,000 followers, but he keeps having to move platform to platform as they ban him. And so now, of course, he's moving to he's got a give, send, go, and everything, collecting donations. Edomites online love him.
So he goes from place to place calling black people the N-word, and white people, of course, love it. Right? White people love it. And of course, they band behind him because they think he's brave because he's calling black people the N-word. Once again, you're right, Ephraim. You don't understand white people if you think that this white man is simply trying to show how tough he is by calling black people the N-word. Everybody get close to the screen now if you love white people. Listen carefully. White men have a sexual desire to be beat up by a black person. It's sexual. It turns them on. He wants a black person to punch him in the face and beat him because white men are sadomasochists. You go look up that term and you'll understand what I mean by that. They love to be beaten. It's a sexual thing to them. They get turned on by it. The thought of a big old black security guard punching him in his face is how he gets sexual arousal. It's white people. It's so hard to understand if you're not white. But if you could just simply don't worship white people, don't try to be one, but understand them on a psychological basis, like you would study a dog or a cat or a bird population, then you'll know that white people believe that getting harmed is sexual. You can take a burn candle wax to them, a hot pokers. Forget about the whips. Started on those whips up. Listen, you think somebody whipping your back is like slavery. Whipping a white man's back is how a lot of women make money for college. That's how a lot of women earn their college degrees, because they could go get a whip and they beat a white man's back, and that's how they pay tuition. Am I telling you, brother, something you don't know? Is this blowing your mind? You're good people like this. But white people are sadomasochists. They love getting beat. They love getting punched in the face. They wake up from getting knocked out and they get like a thrill. It's a sexual desire. That's white people, brothers and sisters. That's them. This white man is hoping for the day when somebody just beats him to death. He'll be bloody mouthed. He'll lay in the floor and he will feel so sexually aroused because he is a LGBT man who gets aroused by getting beat up by black men. Do I have to type that in the computer? Type that in the computer and type me up. Tell me what it's called when you have a sexual desire to be beaten up by black men. I guarantee they have a name for it already. It means something already because so many people like it. And you're thinking these white people want, they're just tough. F you, nigga, you monkey. F you. He gets drunk and he wants to have a sexual encounter, except he's kind of asexual. He doesn't have normal sex. He doesn't have sex like a damn normal human being. His sex is getting beaten. That is the sex. You just had sex. You punched him in his mouth. He woke up bloody. He goes, thank you. He'll pay somebody for it. He pays somebody. Type in your computers and type in a black man that gets paid to beat up white men who get a sexual desire, a sexual gratification from getting beat. Type that in your phone. And then erase it immediately because everything on your phone is about to be that. Because that's going straight to your algorithm. Do it one time, but not again. All right? Type it into your phone. Men who get a sexual release from getting beat up by black men. That is what this white man is. He's that. So when you encounter him in Nashville, shout out to Nashville. Nashville is where Commanding General Yohana is having, is it the Southern Cookout? Sounds right.
Yes, sir. July 4th.
Southern Cookout is July 4th. Shout out to Nashville, Tennessee, man. The shop, the brother down there in the shop. Say again?
It's like it, sir. July 5th.
I'm sorry. July 5th is the day of the cookout. I'm sure there'll be activities. I'm sure Commander General Yohana will be sending me down there to teach a class or doing something down there in Nashville, Tennessee, along with the cookout, along with other wonderful events we'll be having in Nashville. If you encounter this white man, just remember, he wants you to punch him in the face because that's the only way he can receive sexual gratification. You have what I asked for yet?
I couldn't find a term for that specifically.
Mm-hmm. Well, look at how about sadomasochism, sexual sadomasochism. You can find that. Mm-hmm.
Kind of, sir, definitely.
Go ahead. When you get it, put it up on the screen.
Kind of, sir. Sadomasochism is the derivation of pleasure, often sexual, from the infliction or reception of pain, humiliation, or bondage. It combines sadism, which is pleasure from inflicting pain, and masochism, pleasure from receiving pain.
Yeah, that's it. It's like it's sexual to them. White people have all kinds of strange sexual habits. Ones you can't even understand. You heard about the ones where they put on that big old fur costume, right? They put on a whole bunny rabbit costume or something like that, and that's it. You be like, can you imagine being with you white women? Boy, you in a rough way, bro. To be white. Damn. Because you meet a white man, you love him, you want to be with him, and then he says, "F you, bitch." You punch him in the face, and then you go, "Okay, I'm sorry, baby. Let's make up and have sex." And he goes, "We already did. We already had sex. That was the sex. You punched me in the face. Thank you. Thank you. How much do you want for that? Here's $100. Go ahead."
Shout out to Chicago. They gave me the term racial fetishism or racialized masochism.
Ooh, put it on the screen. Racial fetishism. Racialized masochism. Put it up on the screen. Learn, white people. Stop making them God. Stop making them Jesus. Stop voting for them. Learn, white people. We know them. We study them. We understand them. One day we will rule over them as their lords. Put it up on the screen whenever you get it, and I got to move on.
Okay.
Next we can get to the Megan Thee Stallion and the controversy thereof.
They still melting.
Did I mention that my shoulder was killing me? Did I tell you about that, Ephraim?
What happened to your shoulder, sir?
Well, I was in the gym, Ephraim, giving things what I give them, which is maximum effort, Ephraim. Maximum effort. That's all I got. Maximum effort, and my shoulder partially dislocated. I was in a sling, but I'm out the sling now. I pray you understand. So this is a good day for all my enemies as well, because my enemies, as I get to cut my enemies and embarrass them and destroy their philosophies, they get the pleasure in knowing that my shoulder is killing me. You see, so now we all get something tonight. You get to be happy because I'm in pain. I get to be happy because I destroy your religion. Can't we all come together like that? Is there anything else?
Wow, sir, that's all on that.
Okay, you got the definition that Chicago gave you?
I got the term right here, racial fetishism or racialized masochism.
Racial, everyone just look up racial fetishism or racial say that word again. Can't even see it.
Racialized
masochism. Racial masochism. Yeah, that's all. This white man is getting so aroused by the thought of getting beat up by a black man. It gives him arousal. There is no real sex. He doesn't have sex. The sex is getting punched in the face. That's the sex. He's had sex with you. The minute you punch him in the face, he will need a cigarette after that, because that is the sex. Getting punched in the face by a big black man outside of a nightclub. All right. So you just need to remember that if you're in Nashville. Also remember this. Black people are too your lack of vocabulary puts you at a disadvantage when someone calls you a nigger, because you don't know what to say, because your Christian church has taught you to kind of be afraid of the word nigger. So the minute someone says nigger, you're so flabbergasted that you are speechless. Like a white man saying nigger makes you go like, what? He goes low, I go high. I will not sink to such racism. That shows your ignorance. A white man calls you nigger, you don't have a response for it. Black people, you need to learn hateful words. You've got to learn some hateful words. You go to church so much, you don't know any hateful words. The white man calls you a nigger. You calling me a nigger? God bless you. God bless you. You called me a nigger. This man called nigger. I'm going to pray for you. I'm going to pray for you. God bless you. You don't know any hateful words to say? Come join the UPK. I'm going to teach you the most hateful phrases, hateful words. I'm going to teach you what to say to a white man that will make him question his masculinity. He's going to wonder or not whether his wife loves him. He's going to think, maybe my wife is cheating on me. Maybe my daughter is having sex with the black men on the basketball. He's going to question everything about his life. Once again, because we know white people, we know how to insult them. We know how to hurt their feelings. We know how to make them question themselves, their God, their belief system. Come into the UPK and learn a hateful vocabulary that you can pull out and use when someone calls you the N-word. Because right now, because you go to church so much, the minute someone calls you a nigger, you're stunned like a deer in headlights. I'm going to pray for you. You don't know what the hell to say. You don't know what to do. You need a hateful vocabulary. And we have it. Is there anything else?
Wow, sir, that's all on that.
Ephraim? All right. Good to go?
Come on, sir. We had this clip real quick.
Mm-hmm.
These people have unbelievable courage, unbelievable. A lot of other things too, by the way. To get in there, you have to be very smart.
Let me explain first before you play it.
Come on.
Ephraim, can I explain this first?
Come on.
Now, when Donald Trump put the picture out of him as, when Donald Trump put out that picture of him as the new white Jesus to be worshipped, I told you that Donald Trump did that because when Easter time came, Donald Trump was jealous of Jesus for Easter. Donald Trump is a psychological profile on a neglected child. You white women, you better start hugging these white children more because Donald Trump is a psychological profile on what it's like to have a cruel and abusive father and have a neglectful and unkind and unnurturing mother. Because someone who never received the nurturing and the love of a mother, they grow up needing constant attention and validation, even though they're 85 years old. I told you, during Easter time, Donald Trump would go on his phone and go on TV, and then everybody's saying, Jesus Christ rose from the dead. Jesus Christ is our Lord and Savior. Jesus Christ is everlasting. Donald Trump was jealous of Jesus. He was jealous. He cannot take hearing praise go to someone else, even the white Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. He was jealous of Jesus. So he had to put a picture out of himself as Jesus because he was jealous. Now, here we go. Now, these are astronauts that just came from seeing the dark side of the moon. They've flown the farthest that anyone has ever flown in space in history. This is him greeting them and congratulating them on their success. Play it from the top.
I ask, but we're very proud of these people. They have unbelievable courage, unbelievable. A lot of other things too, by the way. To get in there, you have to be very smart. You have to do a lot of things physically good. So I would have had no trouble making it. I'm physically very, very good. Maybe a little bit of a problem. I'm not sure. We'll have to try it sometime. Is a president allowed to go up in one of these missions?
We can get working on that, Mr. President.
We'd have no problem, right?
We can launch more rockets. The opportunity.
We'll have to try it. Congratulations.
My God, Ephraim. My God. You have to be very smart, physically smart, very good. I would have had no problem in doing it. You people behind me, you probably had problems going up there. It was probably hard for you. You probably had to go to school, get a doctorate in engineering, get a doctorate in physics, get a doctorate in aerospace engineering, then join the United States Air Force, then become a colonel in the United States Air Force, then fly missions all throughout America, then become a test pilot, and then you were chosen by NASA to go to the dark side of the moon. Me, I would have had no problem in doing it. I would have did it easy. White women, I blame you for this. You see, you white women, you spend your time chasing black penis so much that you don't raise your white children. That's all you white women have done. You white women are chasing black penis all over the internet, all over town, all over your city so much that you've neglected the sons you have from white men. Really, I don't know. Could I blame the black men for giving white penis to white mothers? Because it might be your fault. Because you black men have had sex with so many of these stinking white whores that you make them neglect their white babies at home. White men, really, it's our fault, white men. I'm sorry. These black men have had sex with your mother so much she neglected you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Lo siento. Lo lamento. I'm sorry for your condition. I'm sure Donald Trump's mother was having sex with every black man she could hire, that she could pay to have sex with her. So she didn't care about little Donnie sitting there needed to be hugged, needing to be kissed. So the father took him hunting every weekend, took him out to the lodge, took him out to the woods to pour Jack Daniels on his head and beat him to death while they hunted wild boar. So now Donald Trump grows up never being loved, never being hugged, never having a mother's nurturing affection, because Donald Trump's mother was probably having sex with every servant that worked in Trump Castle, having sex with the pool boy, with the mechanic, with the gardener, with everybody in the house. Little Donnie is sitting there crying for nurturing. Now he has to be praised every day. For Easter, Donald Trump has to be Jesus. When the astronauts come back from the moon, Donald Trump has to be George Jetson. He has to be the center of every story. That is the sign of a neglected child. White women, take better care of your children. Stop chasing penis every day. Stop chasing black penis all over the world. You got a white man, you had a kid with him. Sure. Is his penis small? Yes. Okay. Damn. Yes, it's small. But we can't dwell on that. Punch him in the face and let him go to bed. That's it. Punch him right in the mouth and send him to bed. Is there anything else?
Wow, sir. That's all on that.
For water. Next.
Kind of. And the latest development in the Megan Thee Stallion and Klay Thompson saga, the rumored other woman, a WNBA player, came out mad that neither of them had denied her involvement because she's been getting nonstop death threats now.
Now, who is this?
This is a WNBA player who was the rumored person that the other woman that Klay Thompson was dealing with.
Oh,
and she's been getting death threats nonstop because black women are so upset that Megan Thee Stallion was cheated on.
Now, black people, I'm showing you love right now, blacks and Latinos, because I could care less about this story. I do not care about this. I don't know about it. I don't give a damn about it at all. But I'm going to do this for you. Okay? So, Ephraim, what in the hell are we talking about now? So this is a new. This is not. Is this Megan Thee Stallion? This ain't Megan Thee Stallion.
No, sir. This is the woman that it was rumored that Klay Thompson was dealing with on the side besides Megan Thee Stallion. That she claims
is she saying that? Is she saying that's true?
No, she's denying it, and she's upset that neither of them denied it because of all the death threats and everything she's been getting in her inbox.
So you telling me that there's some WNBA player, she's a woman. Somebody said this is the woman that Klay Thompson is dealing with instead of Megan Thee Stallion. She's saying that's not true at all.
Right.
And so people are sending her death threats.
Right.
And they're sending her death threats because she broke up Megan Thee Stallion and Klay Thompson?
Because he cheated on, in their minds, Megan Thee Stallion with her, because they love Megan Thee Stallion. The black women have this strong identification and attachment with Megan Thee Stallion.
Okay, now I'm gonna reveal something to you here. Black women do not have a strong attachment to Megan Thee Stallion at all. Black women that are activated by this story are simply selfish. That's all. If I could help you with one thing, with a absolutely meaningless story, this story means nothing. It is not important. It is nothing. It is a waste of your time. Okay? You need to read a goddamn book. You need to get your dumb ass in school and go learn something. You need to go raise those children, because if you care about this, you are caring about something that means nothing. Now, if you're going to glean something from this, if you're going to use this as for something positive, then I'm going to try to make you understand people. Now, black women are not the champions of Megan Thee Stallion. Before this story, Megan Thee Stallion was just another rapper. It meant nothing to them. But the black women who care about this story are thinking about themselves. That's what they're thinking about. They're not thinking about Megan Thee Stallion. They're thinking about their relationship, their broken heart, their dysfunction, their sadness. People aren't focused on Megan Thee Stallion. People are obsessed with themselves. And to understand that is to understand why we have the law. We have the law so you could stop being obsessed with your own wounds, your own sadness, your own childhood, your own dysfunction, your own lust, your own desires, your own needs. You are selfish. You don't care about Megan Thee Stallion. I'll show you. But now show me the black woman who they think is destroying Megan Thee Stallion's wonderful and historic marriage that she has with Klay Thompson. How long were they together? I'm sure 30 years. How long were they together, Megan Thee Stallion?
Klay Thompson, probably about a year.
1 year. 1 year, is it? Okay. Well, I'm sure the historic, Princess Cinderella and Prince Charming story of Megan Thee Stallion and Klay Thomas that spanned a lifetime, which is 1 year. I'm sure it's important to you. Here's the woman that allegedly ended that love story. Go ahead and play the video.
Do know each other because we both play professional basketball. I would have considered him a friend. I do not know Meg Thee Stallion at all. Today, I'm still the only person that has denied this entire situation of my involvement and claim that this is 100% false. And the fact that I'm still the only one that is defending my name, I have no idea how to process that. And that's the last thing that I'm struggling to process, is that there's this massive outcry for protecting Black women, and nobody has mentioned Lexi Brown's name in any of those conversations. I wouldn't have minded if either one of them came out and said it, because at the end of the day, they're the ones that are in the relationship. They're the ones that are dealing with this, and they're the ones who are communicating with each other. So one of them, if not both of them, know that it was not me. It could come from one of their teams. It could come from someone expecting it to reveal itself from.
All right.
Come on, sir.
Is that it?
Come on, sir.
Okay, I got you. I don't know what the hell we talking about, right? But now, what is the whole protecting Black women? Does that have something to do with this, Ephraim?
In a general sense.
Break it down.
I think just because they, Meg, for a while now, they kind of get behind her and everything. Like when the Tory Lanez situation went down, people really, really like they hated him with a passion over that. And so I think they just kind of like you said, it's all selfishness. They put themselves on her. Because like I think people got kind of worked up when they saw her doing the whole cooking, cleaning, family thing for Klay Thompson. And then when this happened, it was like, well, damn, if Meg Thee Stallion, who they consider like the baddest woman on earth, can become a housewife and cook and clean the whole nine, and he still in the end wants other women.
Wait, Megan Thee Stallion cooking and cleaning. Why they say? Who said that?
Well, she did that. She made a big show of it. Yes, sir.
Megan Thee Stallion said she cook and clean the house and cook all his meals.
Yes, sir.
I mean,
cook the Thanksgiving dinner and all that.
What did Megan Thee Stallion say about cooking and cleaning?
I believe it was the Thanksgiving dinner that she said she cooked the whole
Megan Thee
thing.
Stallion cooked up a good turkey for the and what they saying? Oh, Megan Thee Stallion made all that turkey, and you still gonna go out and get that. Megan, how dare you? Megan Thee Stallion cut those collard greens up by her hand. Megan Thee Stallion cut those collard greens. Was the stems, she cut them off the stem, or she put the stems in the collard greens? What did she do? Megan Thee Stallion cooking and cleaning. Oh, Lord, you got to go make some money. Listen, you better get off of this internet, you bitches out there. Excuse my language. You better go make a man some money out there. We need money in the UPK. You better get out there and go to school. You better get out there and make some goddamn money for a man. Because if you're sitting there watching Megan Thee Stallion stir up a pot of collard greens, you need to go make some money. So now Megan Thee Stallion made a wonderful Christmas dinner. And so because of that, women are upset with this woman. Boy, oh boy, you have Black women, Hispanic women, you got some problems out there, right? Let me show you a video. There was a video. Let me try to explain Megan Thee Stallion to you. First, I'm going to show you a very similar woman to Megan Thee Stallion. Give me the Issacharite, the Mexican woman that called people the N-word and said she hates Black people. All right, do you remember her?
Yes, sir.
Now I need you to hold two videos for me, Ephraim, to make some people are vapid. You know what that term means, to be vapid?
Yes, sir.
Empty, you're shallow, right? Some people are very shallow. And if you're very shallow, then of course you can be filled up easily. Just think of a cup imagine this cup right here. Imagine I have a very deep, big cup. So it requires a lot of liquid to fill up my cup. But if my cup is very shallow, then my cup is easily filled with just a little. There are people that are shallow. They're not deep. So they get filled up with music, movies, celebrities, Megan Thee Stallion making a turkey. They're filled up with that. They saw it. It was like a 2-minute clip. And they're filled with it because they are empty to begin with. Deep in your soul, deep in your capacity to retain knowledge, to attain knowledge. Before you know it, music will just be music. Movies will just be movies. Megan Thee Stallion will be this year's Nicki Minaj, who is last year's Lil' Kim, who is last year's Shaka Khan. I don't know. You get my point? They're just people, or last year's Mary J. Blige. In 1 year, there'll be a new singer, rapper to love. What happened to Nicki Minaj? I ain't hear y'all don't love her? Oh, you don't love Nicki Minaj anymore. What happened to the Beehive? Is that a thing that exists? You don't love Beyonce? Beyonce cooks a good pot of collard greens up, I'm sure. She looks like it. You don't love her anymore? Now, Megan Thee Stallion is your queen. Could it just be that she came on your phone today And because you're so empty inside, you're easily filled with anything. All right. Now I'm going to show you Nicki Minaj by showing you the Mexican sister who was a cop who made a response video. I don't need the video where she called everyone the N-word. I need the video where she tried to explain it. You get my point, Ethan?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
So like I said, that was the one I'll pull up the other one real quick.
Okay, we got to wrap it, right? Where's cross the line at? Cruzar La Liena. Where's Cruzar La Liena at? They're on deck?
Yes, sir.
Cruz, you want me to end it now, cross the line?
Kind.
Right now or after this one? Tell me what to do.
No, as you wrap it up, sir.
Okay, go ahead.
Kind. I got this here. Oh.
Well, let me just show you. Black people, I know you love your celebrities. You always have. Why? Because you're so poor and your life is so sad. Whenever someone wraps themselves up in a celebrity, it's because you're living vicariously through them. What do I mean by vicariously? You look at celebrities, and instead of you going out and attaining a good life, being a good person, having goals in your own life, you can simply enjoy Nicki Minaj and how she married a millionaire and how she makes a good pot of macaroni and cheese and how she has your dreams. That's the wrong way to have a life, Black people, Latino women. Go ahead and play the video and then get the other one on deck. I'm only going to play a few seconds of this video. That's all you need. Go ahead.
I just feel really bad that I was just mentioned and it's just so toxic, and I'm just so sorry about that. That is, as you can see, that's not my content. That wasn't my content back then. And I don't know, I just feel really bad, and I'm sorry if I hurt your feelings. I'm just, I think I just need to go to therapy, and I need to go to church, and I just need some like self-reflection, honestly.
No. Pause it right there. Now, just pause that picture right there. Now, remember, this is an apology video about her calling the people she arrested niggers, which means that everyone she ever arrested is about to get out of jail. All of them are getting out of jail because she could have planted evidence. These arrests could be false because the officer that arrested them hated Black people. So maybe this evidence, she planted it. It's how OJ beat his first murder case because they could prove that Mark Furman hated Black people. So then all of the evidence that Mark Furman produced was questioned. So OJ beat that murder case because they could prove that the detective hated Black people. Now this is a Mexican sister. And now they can prove that she hates Black people. So whoever she arrested is going home. And she's so sorry. And I'm so sorry about that. And I'm so sorry it got so toxic. She went out and got fully made up in her face. She has mascara on and eyeliner and lipstick. And she's playing with her hair the entire time she's apologizing. Why, Ephraim? Because really, this woman is obsessed with herself. That's all she cares about. All she cares about is having a pretty face. And that's the reason she even made the video calling Black people niggers. Let me help you. Now, I'm going to blow your mind. If you could understand what I'm about to, if you could answer my question, you'll understand a stupid, dumb bitch. And this sister is a stupid, dumb bitch. Why did she make a video saying she hates all niggers? I'm going to be stunned if someone gets this question right. Come on. Look at her sitting there. Look at her fixing her hair. Look at her putting her lipstick on, her mascara on, her makeup on. Look at her fixing her ponytail. I can't stand niggers. I love to arrest niggers. Whenever I arrest a nigger, I'm happy to beat up a nigger. Why did she make this video?
Slacker, sir.
Hold up, Ephraim, because I'm about to be blown away, and I want to prepare myself. Because whoever answers this question right understands a stupid, dumb, shallow, airheaded bitch. And if you can do that, then you can avoid them. Then you could not marry them. Then you could not have sex with them. Then you don't have to have a dumb bitch be your baby's mama. But I'm afraid to let you answer because what if you get it wrong? I don't know what to do. On the count of 3, 1, 2, 3, go.
Because a black man so-called cheated on her?
Kwam Yasha Allah. Her ex is black. Her ex is black. She's single now. That's why she put makeup on and her lipstick. And I just need to go to church. What church do you need to go to, sweetie? What church? Take a guess. What church? A Pentecostal one. A Baptist one. You need church, don't you? You want somebody to bring you to their mama's church? Is that what you need? You just need some church, don't you? I know. You need somebody to take them down to the Ebenezer Baptist Black Holy Ghost filled Baptist Church. Don't you? Her man is black. Her man is black. To understand a dumb bitch, understand this. She doesn't care about anything but boys. She doesn't have political ideas. She's not angry because of ICE agents. This is a Mexican woman. You think she would be thinking about ICE agents and about her grandmother, her abuela and abuelo getting deported. You think she would care about that? You think she would care because she's a police officer. You think she would care that the budget that used to go to police officers are going to freeze hiring. They're not going to hire any more police. They're not going to give police raises or overtime because now only ICE agents are going to get money. She's about to lose money because the federal government is not going to subsidize police anymore. She don't care about that. Her heart is broken because her black boyfriend cheated on her. You know what? The video about black people was about one black person. And that's what you have to understand when you're dealing with a dumb black bitch. She's not talking to all of us. She's talking to him or her. She's talking to one person. I can't stand niggers. I hate niggers. I love beating up niggers. I can't. What nigger left you? What's his name? Jerome? What's his name? Malik. Okay. And when you do that, then you can now you can pity her because she's not making a political statement. You think this bitch cares about politics and racial discussions and racial concourse in America? She cares about Jerome left her. Jerome cheated on her. So now she's saying she's talking to Jerome. She's talking to him. She's not talking about geopolitics and the racial discussion in America. The bitch is too dumb for that. God damn. What's her education on? What's her conversation on black culture and on the black and Hispanic involvement? Some cat fucked her and left her. That's what her discussion is. And he happened to be black this time. Give me Megan Thee Stallion.
Yes, sir.
Jeez, my shoulder is killing me. Can we go? Anything else?
Yes,
Ephraim.
sir. That's the vibe, sir.
Show me Megan Thee Stallion, the new queen of all blackism and Negroism and Negro womanism. You love Megan Thee Stallion, don't you? She's your queen. You done forgot about Beyonce. Thank you. God damn, what tell the liar? Give her a hand. I done said it 10 times. She finally brings some Advil over here. Need the Advil. Jeez. Who invented these? Somebody black, I bet. somebody black invented these Advil. Can I get something to drink them, please, with? I'm just asking. No big deal. Go ahead. Here she go. Here's the queen.
Okay, so I don't even like addressing nothing.
Oh, pause. Ephraim, you know what? I don't even like addressing. I don't like to talk on the internet. You know what I hate to do? I hate to address anything. I don't want to talk on the internet. That's not what I like to do. Play from the top and keep playing it.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I don't even like addressing nothing. And I think that's why it's hard for me to spit it out.
Ephraim, can I pause you one more time before I go crazy? Ephraim, do you see her fixing her hair? Did you notice that?
Yes, sir.
Do you see how the Mexican woman was fixing her ponytail? You know, I hate that things got so toxic. I don't like addressing anything. I don't like to talk on the internet at all. I hate people watching me. I hate people tuning into me. Bitch, that's the whole reason you ever became a singer or ever became a cop, because you need the attention. You're desperate for it because you're lonely, because you're devoid of love and purpose in life, because you have no children at all, no one to love, no one to care for you. I hate to even address anything. She's fixing her hair just like that Mexican cop, doing the same thing, because really both of them are just two dumb bitches who are so empty inside. Empty inside that they fill up easily with anything. Keep going.
I don't know why it's so hard for me to say. Okay, so I don't even like addressing nothing. And I think that's why it's hard for me to spit it out. I don't know why it's so hard for me to say.
Oh no, sweet pumpkin. Pause it right there. No one would even know that she broke up with the basketball player if she didn't tell them. What the fuck do you mean you don't want to talk about it? You're the one that brung it up. You're the one that talked about it. I hate to even talk about my personal life. I hate to even discuss when I get a boyfriend. No one even needed to know you were dating Klay Thompson. You could have just cooked collard greens at home and not even put it on the internet. No one needed to know. I hate to even talk about my life. This is a stupid, dumb bitch. And brothers, you better see these women coming, because you cannot fix her. You cannot do it. She has to fix herself. Megan Thee Stallion, like any dumb bitch, has to fix herself. You can't marry her and say, well, I'm going to become her man, and then she'll want to get an education. Then she'll want to learn. No. Let me tell you something. Whenever you have sex with a dumb bitch, you validate their shallow vanity. Because you had sex with them, they think that looks are better. Looks are more important than integrity. They think that looks are more important than their character. So you think to yourself, well, all she cares about is what she looks like. Just like the Mexican sister cop, just like Megan Thee Stallion, there are some women that only care about what they look like. That's it. They care about their hair, they care about their nails, they care about their skin and their body, but they don't care about their mind, their soul, their conduct, their character. So the minute you have sex with them, the minute you make them your girlfriend or your wife, then it proves to them that looking good is better than being a good person. So then you think, well, I'll change her now. Now that I'm her man, now I'll say, listen, Megan Thee Stallion, you got to be a good person. And that's why she says, well, I made Thanksgiving dinner for you. I made the collard greens and the turkey. Now give me $700,000 a month. What's your problem? Bitch, you ain't done being a good person. You think making me a turkey one damn time makes you a good person? You're going to have to change. I mean, a deep change in yourself. The change that you have to make to be a good person is so deep. It's so extreme. It's like trying to put a new fresh coat of paint on a dilapidated, broken down house. That's not going to work. You have to tear down the house and start over on a new foundation if you want to be a good person. But there are women that think the only thing that matters is their hair, their nails, their makeup. And they think that they get men because of what they look like. And so they put no effort into who they are. That's Megan Thee Stallion. That's that Mexican sister. That's a lot of dumb bitches out there watching right now who are stupid, dumb bitches. I'm talking to you. I'm talking about you. Why? Because you are the only one that can fix you. You could change yourself, but your man can't. He already had sex with you. He already fell into the trap. He already proved that looks matter more than integrity. That a pretty face or a twerking butt matters more than character. So he can't fix you, but you can fix yourself. Keep playing the video unless I've played enough of it.
So that's all there is to it.
Give me one last precept. Give me 2 Timothy. Give me not with braided hair, not with gold, blah, blah, blah. There's a thing that makes a woman that has nothing to do with twerking and your butt and your hair and your nails and being pretty. A dumb bitch only cares about being pretty. And let me tell you something else. You're not as pretty as you think you are either. You're not as good looking as you think you are. I'm trying to tell you out of love. You think that you are, you think you're Helen of Troy, but you're not. Why don't you put some effort in your conduct, in your character? Why don't you beautify your soul? Make yourself beautiful from the inside. Then before you know it, my God, you're loved, you're cared for, your goals in life change. You don't put everything on the internet that you're going through. You're not so selfish. You Black and Latino women who associate with Megan Thee Stallion, you do not do it because of your devotion to Megan Thee Stallion. You look at her and you see a woman who is upset with her man, and you are upset with your man. You don't care about Megan Thee Stallion. You care about yourself. You are selfish. All you know is your own pain, your own suffering, your own childhood, your own trauma. You don't care about Megan Thee Stallion. Megan Thee Stallion is a good, she's a good door to open so that someone can talk about how your man broke your heart, how your man hurt your feelings, how your man wants to get another woman. That's what all this is, Ephraim. Women out there, they're upset because their man, he also wants another woman. You think that they care about Megan Thee Stallion. They care about their man, and their man talks to other women. They're terrified day and night that their man is going to leave them for another woman. They get a new hairstyle every week. They're trying to keep their makeup on. They're twerking day and night in the clubs, hoping that, maybe their man won't want another woman. They made a turkey. They made a turkey on Thanksgiving. He still wants another woman. He still wants one. You can't make everyone think you care about Megan Thee Stallion. You care about the man you're sleeping with. That Mexican woman, she hates niggers because her man is a nigger. That's why she hates niggers. Megan Thee Stallion is talking about her own life or her own publicity stunt. And she was never with Klay Thompson in the first place. And all this is a publicity stunt. But you do have problems in your family, in your house, with your man because you are insecure, like a goddamn road runner is fast or a greyhound is fast. You're insecure. Even though you have makeup and hair and nails and weaves, it still doesn't fix your insecurity that you might lose your man. Why? Because you lost your father, you lost your mother, you lost your loved ones. You live a life of neglect. You grew up in foster care. You grew up raised by your grandmother, knowing your mother didn't want you. And all you think about all day is, if my husband finds a prettier woman, he won't want me. So I have to chase away every woman, fight every woman, go through his phone to fix my insecurity. And when Megan Thee Stallion says she went through it, then damn it, she's my new empress. She's the new queen of all women who are afraid to lose their man. Fix yourself, bitch. Fix yourself. Look at yourself in the mirror. Go to school. Get something in that stupid ass empty head of yours. Get a life that's outside of chasing boys. Do that. And brothers, if you're married to a woman like that, teach that alley cat character. Give me the last precept. I gotta go.
Yes, sir. 1 Timothy 2:9. In like manner also, that women adorn themselves in modest apparel.
We need one verse above it.
Verse 8. I will therefore that men pray everywhere, lifting up holy hands.
I want men to pray everywhere, lifting up holy hands. Keep going.
Without wrath and doubting.
Without what?
Without wrath.
Yeah, without wrath and doubting. We're not going to fight each other. We're not going to have lacks of faith. We're going to pray to the Most High God, knowing he will help us. And we're not going to hate each other. That's a flaw when it comes to men, to hate one another, kill each other, and fight each other. Without wrath, without doubting. Keep going.
In like manner also.
And now women, you see, women also have a burden if you believe in God. A woman's burden isn't simply to put on makeup, to make her face nice and to get a new hair did, get her hair did every goddamn week. Women likewise, keep going.
Adorn themselves in modest apparel.
Adorn yourself in modest apparel. I know why you have to wear tight clothes and your breast out and cut up shorts that show your vagina. I know, because you think I will never get anyone to love me unless they want to have sex with me. I know. You know why you think that? Because your uncle wanted to have sex with you. Because your father wanted to have sex with you. Because all of your friends and the family members wanted to have sex with you. So now you think sex is what I have to offer. That's what I have to offer are my breasts. What I have to offer is my butt. That's what I have to offer. So I show it everywhere I go. I show my body to everyone. Why? Because you have shown me that you want me for my body. At least my uncle did. At least my cousins did. So I'm giving you what you want. If you're a woman of God, dress yourself in modest apparel. No one wants your body. We want you to be a good person. We want you to be a better person in here, in the Israelite School of UPK. We're not your uncle. We're not your cousins. We're not the men that molested you. We're starting fresh in here. We're building a new house because we've torn down the old one. We're not putting a coat of paint on a dilapidated house. We're tearing down these houses that you've built on the rubble of your childhood and thought you could now become a wife. What in the hell was Nikki the Stallion going to do? Become somebody's wife after she's been molested and raped and had sex with every man in the music business? Now what was she going to do? Become Klay Thompson's apron-wearing wife? How? How? You'd have to start over. You cannot build a house on the rubble of a broken childhood. Tear down the house. Tear it down. Get a new house, a new family, a new name, new conduct. Tear the old house down. Nothing can be built on that foundation. The foundation of neglect and abuse and drug addiction and neglectful parenting. Tear down the old house and start anew. Then you'll have a good family. Put on modest apparel, modest clothing. Keep going.
With shamefacedness and sobriety.
With what?
With shamefacedness and sobriety.
With what?
With shamefacedness.
You know what a shamefaced is? That's not. I'm so. I don't want to be on this toxic stuff. I don't like to bring out things. I just like to have wonderful new hair and new weaves and you know, and just I don't know why everybody's talking about me. Be humble when you apologize, you stupid dumb bitch. Be humble. If you did something wrong, don't wear makeup. Don't get a new hairstyle. Cover your head. Cover your head and apologize. Be shamefaced. That Mexican cop and Nikki, what's her name? Nikki the Stallion. Megan the Stallion, they were not humble. They were, I don't know why people always want me to respond to things that I brung up on the internet. I don't know why you want me to talk about it. Humble yourself, you dumb bitch. Be shamefaced. Show some humility in your face. Show you're sad. Don't care about your hair and your damn makeup. You're apologizing for doing something terrible. Or you're trying to show the people that you're sad because your marriage ended. Have some humility. That's better than being pretty. Keep going.
Not with broided hair.
Not with what?
Not with broided hair.
Oh, no. Oh, my hair. Oh, I just don't know why people want to bring up things that I brung up. I just don't know why people talk about things that I talk about. Not with broided hair. Keep going.
Or gold.
Or what?
Or gold.
Or gold. Keep going.
Or pearls.
Or pearls. Keep going.
Or costly array.
Or costly array. Not with gold and pearls and braided hair and riches and jewels and Prada bags and all those stupid what's a book bag? What's those book bags that bras like? Pocketbooks from Italy or some garbage like that. Oh, all I want is a Birkin bag and this purse and that purse and this makeup and these shoes with the. Do they still wear those stupid red bottom shoes that I had to hear about for 5 years? Oh my God, these shoes with the red bottoms on it. You dumb bitches thought that made you the Helen of Troy, didn't you? Because you had shoes that were a different color than the top of the shoe. That is not what life is about, you dumb bitch. Life is about something more than that. More than that. Continue.
But which becometh women professing godliness.
But this is something that become. You know what the word becomes mean? It means beautifies. That's becoming. Something that beautifies a woman that professes godliness. I would pray that Nicki Minaj would become a godly woman in the Israelite School of UPK, which is the home of godly women. I would pray that the Mexican woman cop would become a godly woman, which can only be found in the Israelite School of UPK, which is the home of godly women. I would hope for that, and I'm trying to teach you how to do that. Continue.
With good works.
With what?
With good works.
With Facebook and Instagram posts.
With good works.
With complaining because, my husband, he wants another woman. Can you blame him?
With
How can
good
you blame
works.
him for wanting something better than you? What in the hell do you think you are? You want his life to be all about getting your hair did and taking you to shrimp boils? That's his whole life. My life is taking some bitch to shrimp boils and crab boils and getting her hair done and making sure the bottom of her shoes are red. Listen, not these brothers, they want more to life than that. They want more than that. Women, this is all I'm trying to tell you. Listen carefully because you know I love you. You're a stupid, dumb bitch. And I'm telling you that out of love because I care about you and I want you to hate who you were enough to become something better. Okay, no one cares about Nicki Minaj, especially not you. You're just upset at your husband. You're mad at your man. You're mad at your ex. You're mad at your baby's daddy. You're too selfish to care about Nicki Minaj. Damn it. What's her name? You're too selfish to care about Megan Thee Stallion. You're too selfish to care about her. I know you don't care about her because you can't care about anybody but yourself. I know you only are angry at your ex or your boyfriend or your baby's daddy. So with that said, life is about more than what happened to you and what you're going through. Okay. Is there anything else?
Wow, sir, that's all.
Okay, with that, let's clap it up now. Clap it up, Ephraim. The water for your service. Gracias por tu servicio. Gracias por tu servicio. I would like to thank the brothers who came in here tonight. Thank Command and General Yohana, who gave us this knowledge. Thanks to who are we here with tonight? Chicago. I'm sorry. Chicago. I'm sorry. I didn't know you. I forgot you were in here. My apologies. Did you want to say anything, Chi-Town?
Shalaki, sir. Yeah, Khan. This weekend out of one, we're going to be joining Commander General Yohana in Kentucky. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We're going to be out there with the brothers in Kentucky. So anybody that wants to tune in live, we're going to do a special edition of the Round Table of Truth on Sunday morning, live from Kentucky. So tune in.
With Commanding General Yohana in Kentucky, the Round Table of Truth on Sunday. Tune in. Make sure sintonizarse. Tune in. All right, good to go. The Water Shot Town. Anyone else? Let me get Florida. Florida. Do you want to say anything before we end it?
I want to say the water for your service, sir, and your wisdom.
The water to you. The water to you, warrior, for your service and your wisdom. How do I say happy to see you again? Telviso. Don't tell me. Hold on. Vejo. Te vejo.
Sir.
Go ahead.
Es feliz de verte.
Feliz de verte. Right?
Sí. Sí, estoy feliz.
Estoy feliz de
Go ahead, verte. Estoy feliz de verte.
Estoy feliz de verte.
Verte.
Verte. Estoy feliz de verte. The Water Warrior, Most High in Christ. I appreciate you. South Carolina, did you want to say anything? Good to go, South Carolina. Most High in Christ. Who else do we have? Milwaukee. Milwaukee is there?
Milwaukee's gone, sir.
No sweat. What do we got? Montreal. You up there, right?
Cabo, Monseigneur. Water again, sir, for your grace and your presence. And as usual, as always, out of one, Toronto can't wait to see you, sir.
Most High in Christ. I can't wait to see Toronto. I'll be out there soon, Warriors.
Cabo,
I'm missing Killeen, Texas. Killeen, did you have anything you wanted to say?
Just the water, sir, for your wisdom and guidance, sir.
The water for your wisdom and guidance, brother. I appreciate you. Anyone else? I'm Ephraim.
Sir, that's everybody.
Clap it up, Warriors. I'll see you loaded loud next year.
Over there, sir.
I'm sorry?
Got Virginia over there.
Virginia. Good to see you, VA man. Did you want to say anything before we end it?
Hola, sir. The water for your service and your wisdom, of course, and your tutelage.
Yours as well, Warrior. I appreciate you, man. I'll see you loaded loud next Thursday in Harlem, Jerusalem, New York City. I'll see you in the room. All right, good to go?
Yes, sir.
The water. With that, you can end the class. Ephraim?
Class dismissed.
Ephraim, good to see you. Good to see you. Good job.